Corey Maselli. Number 56, a linebacker from Niles of Notre Dame, Paul Weinman. Number 62, an offensive lineman from Stevenson High School, Matt O'Dwyer. Number 64, a center from Niles of Notre Dame, Mark Yannel. Number 65, a center from Barrington, Kurt Garish. Number 66, an offensive lineman from Palatine, Mark Jeriso. Number 68, an offensive lineman from Carmel, Todd Basic. Number 74, an offensive lineman from Maine South, Chip Dunn. Number 75, a linebacker from Hersey, Young Ma. Number 76, a defensive lineman from Maine South, Doug Winter. Number 78, a defensive lineman from Evanston, Doyle Cockrell. Number 79, an offensive lineman from St. Charles, York Korinsky. Number 82, a linebacker from Holy Cross, Nick Castaldo. Number 84, a defensive lineman from Fenton, Jason Miller. Number 85, a defensive lineman from Loyola Academy, Tim Gassmer. Number 88, a tight end from Buffalo Grove, Brian Hansen. Number 89, a tight end from Elgin, Greg Weber. And number 99, a defensive lineman from Libertyville, Bill Humphrey. The North coaches, Don Williams of Aurora East, Jay Gerdes, Highland Park, Bruce Glover of Hersey, Joe Glewa of Prospect, Tom Sarasani of Schaumburg, and Grant Blaney of Buffalo Grove. The trainers for the North team, John Canfield and Mike Duhigh. Now for the South squad. A defensive back from Thornton High School, number 10, Vincent Booker. Quarterback from Naperville North, number 12, Todd Kirstenau. Quarterback from Richards, number 14, John Rutkowski. A wide receiver from Homewood Flossmoor, number 15, Eddie Junk. A defensive back from Naperville North, number 17, Sean Brindle. A defensive back from Proviso East, number 19, Julius Jones. A wide receiver from Glenbard West, number 20, Mike Ginta. A running back from Naperville North, number 21, Kevin Garnett.
His brother played in the game last year and had an outstanding football game. He's at Stanford right now, and his brother's following him.
A defensive back from Rich East, number 24, Corey King. A running back from Army Military Academy, number 25, Alan Bruckner. A running back from Thornton High School, number 30, Rory Reed. A wide receiver from Marmion, number 32, Dustin Copus. A linebacker from Downersville South, number 34, Dan Steinmeier. A running back from Downersville North, number 35, Garrett Sample.
This young man can really fly.
A linebacker from Bloom High School, number 40, Marcus Walker.
He's on his way to Notre Dame, or excuse me, Michigan.
Back from Bolingbrook, number 42, Scott Ray. A linebacker from Marion Catholic, number 45, John Holochek. A linebacker from Montini, number 46, John Lee. A defensive lineman from Sandville, number 50, Ed Donnelly. A defensive lineman from Andrew, number 52, Mark McClinton. A linebacker from Joliet Catholic, number 55, Steve Ostrowski. A center from Bloom Trail, number 56, Walter Borman. An offensive lineman from Nazareth Academy, number 62, Chris Stepanek. An offensive lineman from York High School, number 64, Chris Gallagher. An offensive lineman from Rich Central, number 65, David Hayes. An offensive lineman from Downers Grove North, number 66, Joel Olson. A defensive lineman from Lincoln Way, number 68, Robin Smith. An offensive lineman from Hinsdale Central, number 74, George Bunker.
He is on his way to North Carolina.
Defensive lineman
A
from
Tar
Downey
Heel.
Grove North, number 75, Clint Hyde. An offensive lineman from Leiden, number 76, Jim Himmelowski.
He hasn't missed any meals.
A center from Thornton, number 77, Sean Edwards. An offensive lineman from Bloom, number 78, Greg Horak. A defensive lineman from Nazareth Academy, number 79, Brian Wedoff. A defensive back from Richards, number 80, John Newton. A tight end from Sandburg, number 84, Fred Newbrow. A linebacker from Bloom, number 88,
This man is going to
Brian
Notre
Young.
Dame. He is one heck of a football player right
Tight
there.
end from Proviso East, number 89, Sean Davis. And number 99, a defensive lineman from Lincoln Way, Don Jones. The South coaches are Wayne DeSutter of Plainfield High School, Clint Evans of Willowbrook High School, David Smith from Hinsdale South, Mike McCausey of Bloom Trail, Bill Mosel of Thornton, and Jim Kerwin of Hinsdale South. Acting as trainers for the South, Jeff Dooley and Bill Mark. Your officials for tonight's game, all of them not strangers to this field. Rick Klein from Chicago.
Okay, we're going to break away very briefly here, and then we'll come back with a kickoff of this classic right here on Sports Channel. College in Naperville awaiting the kickoff of this 7th annual North-South Suburban High School Classic, and the North won the toss. The North in blue and white, with of course each player having the helmet of his particular school, and the South squad in the white uniforms with red numerals, and again, of course, their own helmet. The South kicking off to the North, who won the toss.
I'll tell you what, we got a couple of game breakers back there right now. Mario McDonald, one of the top sprinters in the state of Illinois, won 2 state championships about 3 weeks ago down in Bloomington for the state championship, and his running mate next to him is Matt Simmons from Carmel. Two gentlemen that could break it on the first play.
And let's see who we're going to have kicking off. Throughout the evening, it's going to be kind of fun because we're going to be picking out all kinds of people.
Looks like the young man from Sandburg, Newbrow.
Yeah, Brett Newbrow is going to be kicking off. So Newbrow kicking off. We're all set to get it underway, and thank you so much for joining us. The run up, and here we go. Nice kick. Going to be taken at the 3. Right up the middle. What a pop. Simmons took it at the 3 and took it right up the gut.
And you see the young man to make that hit was number 88. That's the young man going to Notre Dame.
So the ball placed at about the 17-yard line, it looks like.
We've got Sirasani at quarterback starting off, Bill, and we've got Callis out at flanker.
Ball on to 17. Tom Sarasani from Schaumburg. He'll be going to the University of Wisconsin. Hoping to play for the Badgers. He will be the initial signal caller of the night. And he has a slot in the on the right side. He'll put it up top right away. Pass was almost complete, dropped at the 25-yard line.
He's got Mario McDonald in the backfield with him, and he also
Tried
has
to hit Mike Callis there.
tried to get Callis, but he went right away to try to go up top at that speed to McDonald. He went with the 1 back. He had McGee at the running back position. He put McDonald out in the flanker.
Callis couldn't handle it at the 25, so it brings up a 2nd and 10. Just between the 17 and 18-yard line. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. We'll go through some of those offensive linemen we have in there. Do that in just a moment.
Got a shotgun.
Yeah, a shotgun on 2nd down. Looking, gets good protection. Fires long up the left side. Overthrew his man. He was going for Ray Ladd out of Schaumburg. High on that one, but overthrew him.
He got dumped from that backside linebacker. But looking at the offensive line there, Bill, we've got Garish at center, Maselli at guard, Jerusalem at guard, Dunn and Larvell at the tackles, Weber at tight end, and Ladd at the split end.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 10 yards to go. as Tom Sarasani has wasted no time going up top, but has yet to get a completion.
Looks like shotgun again.
Sarasani threw for 1,564 yards and 7 touchdowns last season at Schaumburg. Let's see what he does on 3rd and 10 here from the gun. Again, good protection. Fires out in this right flat, and he's got his man across the 35 and rolled out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. And that was Ladd. Let's look at it again. As Ray Ladd ran the winning route.
Well, he's running out of a shotgun, which gives him more opportunity here. He spreads the defense, and he goes on a deep out pattern here. Nice route by number 35, Ray Ladd of Schaumburg, a teammate of Tom Sarasani. So they've worked on that route before.
Up to the 38-yard line. A pickup of 21 on the play, and of course a first down. 1st and 10 at the 38 for the North. The handoff goes to the tailback, and he dives to just shy of the 40-yard line. That's Mario McDonald out of Waukegan West. Pickup of about 2. Make it 2nd down and 8 yards to go from the 40. So on 3rd down, a 21-yard completion to Ray Ladd to get the first down. 2 yards on the first running play of the night for the North by Mario McDonald. And we have 2nd down and 8 yards to go from the 40. Again, from the shotgun. The backs deploy. Up the left side, incomplete. It was intended for Ray Ladd, who caught the 21-yarder, but good coverage on the far side. Particularly good coverage on the part of Corey King out of Rich East.
Corey King has got outstanding speed. He was actually a tailback during the season, Bill, and they switched him to defensive back. We have such great athletes in this football game that they can play either side of the ball.
So that brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go from the 40.
We've got Ostrowski from Joliet Catholic and John Lee from Montini at those 2 inside linebacker spots.
And again, Sarasani will go from the shotgun. Good protection. Now rolls right, trapped, laterals back around the right side 40, 42-yard line, and out of bounds. He pitched it back to Jeremy McGee before the sack could occur, but it was not enough for the first down, and it's going to bring up a kicking situation. Look at it again. Sarasani had good protection, but couldn't find anybody open, and finally, inevitably, it had a breakdown.
Well, he got flushed out of the pocket here. He got real good pressure right there. You can see that by number 45, John Holisek from Marion Catholic. And as in all-star games, he just dumps the ball back to a kind of a playground play, and he picks up a few yards, but not enough for that first down.
They picked up about 4, but it's still too much. So 4th down, a kicking situation. And the kick is away. It's going to roll now. Now it's picked up.
Bill Verbanek from Maine South punted that ball, and he was really lucky that he didn't have that for lunch.
And it was John Newton who managed to catch up with it at the 22-yard line, call it. Marked on the far side of the field. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. And we'll get a look at the South for the first time tonight. And at the same time, see what the North offers on defense. And let's see, they're starting
first and now at quarterback.
First and off from Naperville North, so he's right at home out here.
Ooh, Rory Lee.
Hand off to the tailback, and Rory finds it tough going. The senior out of Thornton, headed for Wisconsin, wiggles and jiggles and dives for maybe a yard and a half, and that's about it.
Rory Lee is a real exciting football player. He scored over 30 touchdowns in his senior year at Thornton, and he's one of those young men that can break it at any time he touches the football.
2nd down. About 9, maybe slightly more than 9 yards to go for the first down. First and all, watch the throw. Fires to the far side, broken up. Broken up nicely by Jack Hendershot out of Libertyville. Look at the read by Jack Hendershot.
Hendershot is playing the strong safety here, and it's really not a real good throw, because if Hendershot would have had one more step to the inside, he picked it off and he was gone. So that wasn't a real good decision as far as throwing that ball.
So it brings up 3rd down, and again about 9 yards to go for the first down. 8.5 minutes remaining in this first quarter here at North Central.
And again, Bill, as you mentioned earlier, we're going to have a lot of substitutions throughout the entire game to give our fans an idea at home how they do it. The coaches let the players substitute on the most part. They let them go 3 or 4 plays and they substitute each other. That way everybody gets a good opportunity to play in the ball game.
So we will make every effort to keep up with all of those, because we know mom and dad and girlfriends and good old buddies in the neighborhood and teachers and everybody else wants to know what their guy is doing at any given moment. And we'll try to bring you that, but they're shuttling him in and out of here like the proverbial streetcars.
Firstenall had a nickname at practice. He kind of looks like Opie.
Well, I told you that the first time I saw him at practice the other night. I said, this is Ronnie Howard, quarterback in his ball club.
There's a good shot of our Big Ten official, Tom Quinn.
13 seconds.
I was kidding Tom Firstenall a little bit before the ball game. I said, going out to BYU, where the air is filled with football.
Now you tell me.
Yeah. Hey,
He,
Paul, where's Aunt B? Is Aunt B here to watch the game? Doesn't he look?
well, I saw Andy in the stands. I just.
You did, huh?
I thought he came to see Opie play.
It's amazing. He really does bear a resemblance.
And the problem is, I don't think Opie played football, and he certainly couldn't play at this young man's abilities.
I'll tell you something, though. Opie, or Ronnie Howard, does play to this day some pretty mean softball. He's a good athlete. Ron Howard's a very good athlete. I played softball against him at Wrigley Field a few years back, and he can hit, he can run. He's good, but I don't know that he ever played football.
Well, you know, it's interesting. Firstenall from Naperville North, and we have 2 other ball players from there, but he is on his way to Brigham Young,
Yeah.
home of a former Chicago Star.
BYU. Oh, yeah. You think he's going to be a punky QB also this
We
year?
know when we were at one of the practices, Otis Wilson mentioned that he looked in his eyes and he really saw a lot of Jim McMahon in his eyes. And I thought that was an interesting comment by Otis at the time.
Yeah. Well, let's see what Todd Firstenall can do here. He's got 3rd down and almost the full 10 yards. About 9.25 maybe.
We've got a clock problem here that we're going to.
Is that what it is? I was wondering what was
They wanted to put 13 seconds back on it, but they don't. We're ready to roll here.
We're not deliberately holding this up, folks, so we can do a monologue honest. We just had some problems with the clock. Now we're ready to go. And we will work from the eye. All right. 3rd down. Firstenall on a delay. Good hole on the right side. 30, 35-yard line. The handoff went to Kevin Garnett out of Naperville North. So a couple of teammates hook up there. Todd Firstenall, who handed off like that a lot during his high school career, to Kevin Garnett, does it right there in a big hole on the right side.
There's a draw right there going right up inside. It's kind of a little trap draw, and you'll see Garnett, whose brother right now is at Stanford, and Garnett right here is on his way to Stanford. Nice tackle right there by Stringer of Evanston.
Up to the 34-yard line, a pickup of 11, and yes, of course, enough for a 1st down. So each ball club on 3rd down, when it looked like they were going to have to turn the football over, managed to pick up 1 first down.
Well,
the South then had to kick, now, or the North. Now let's see what the South does.
Takes him about a quarter to get warmed up, Bill, and get used to being back on.
Pitch to the deep back, and he is hemmed in at about the 33-yard line. They lost a yard. Rory Lee just had no running room at all. Bob Hansen was there to make the initial hit. Second down and 11 yards to go, loss of 1. And just as the South comes out of the huddle, we get a whistle.
Equipment problem there with Doyle Cockrell of Evanston. He's going off the field. But getting back to that point I was making earlier, Bill, usually in the past 6 years with this ball game, it takes about a quarter for these kids to get used to each other, get back their game legs from they've been out of football for a few months, and so it takes a while to get that timing down.
Well, like you were saying too, Jack, at the practice we were at the other night, offensive line play is going to tell an awful lot in this. And here you have a lot of kids working together for the first time, and that's tough to coordinate. All right, let's see what they do right here. We have that man in motion off to the right. Firstenall on a long count, we get flags all over the place.
Eddie Johns from Homewood Flossmoor was in motion.
So we're going to get an illegal procedure call. That'll be worth 5.
There we are right there, the right tackle, Jim Himilewski from Leiden. And you can see him right there with those wings. That is a 707, folks. Need a lot of runway. He is a big young man.
So now it's second down, and they need 16 yards for the first down. They had lost 1 on the running play, lost 5 more in the penalty. So it's now 2nd and 16. First and all, looking. Lobs over the middle at the 25, 30, 35-yard line. Still on his feet at the 40. Outside
He's gone.
50, 45, 40. Gonna go 30, 25, 20, and bumped out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
Bob Hansen from Palatine made a game-saving tackle there, a touchdown-saving tackle.
Bob Hansen saved it as Kevin Garnett, who got him the first down with the 11-yard run earlier, catches that little pass over the middle and rolls all the way.
Great job of blocking
into their territory.
Great job right there keeping his feet after he was hit. They faked the screen to one side and came back with the screen to the other side. And as his brother preceded him, he's doing an awful good job. Ironically, his brother was a linebacker last year and had 16 tackles in the football game.
A pickup of 53 yards on the play. They mark it at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 at that point for the South, with the first serious threat by anybody of the night. The dive over the right side gets a couple. So on first down, they go with the running play.
It was Alan Bruckner from Marmion.
Alan Bruckner, the fullback, going to be going to COD next year.
Boy, what a beautiful night for football, Bill, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. Bruckner, 2-time All-Conference. He was team captain at Marmion. Got 2 yards there. Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball at the 17-yard line for Todd Firstenow and the South squad. The pitch to the deep back, 15-yard line, 10-yard line, 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown is Rory Lee of Thornton High School.
On an option play. Great job by Firstenow on that read, and then getting the ball out to Rory Lee. And obviously you can see he can run. He's a great cutback runner. And Dave Smith made a comment to me during the week that he'd be really surprised if Rory Lee didn't score at least 2 touchdowns tonight. Here's the option. Coming down the line, he pitches it. Watch the cutback. He's going up right there. He loses no speed whatsoever. Great balance by that back from Thornton. Rory Lee on his way to Wisconsin.
Rory Lee goes in for the 17-yard score. All conference, all area Sun Times. He was the player of the year, according to many people. Rushed for over 2,100 yards. Not too shabby. And he gets the touchdown there. They're going for 2, and they will not get it, as Firstenow on the option tried to run it in and comes up short. So timeout on the field. 6:05 remaining in the first quarter. And the South is the first to get on the board for the night. The score, the South 6 and the North nothing, as we break right here on Sports Channel. At North Central, let's go to Otis Wilson. I think he has Kevin Garnett, or I should say...
Kevin Garnett.
You got Kevin, yeah, okay.
Hi, I'm here with Kevin Garnett from Naperville. Kevin, that was an excellent run in a 3rd down situation. What were you looking for? Were you looking TD or what?
Well, after I broke it in the open, I was trying, but I kind of ran out of gas. I was tired.
Well, I tell you look real nifty there, and if that's any insight on how you're going to have a great day today, we have a lot of things in store for you good, I tell you.
Thanks.
Kevin Garnett of Naperville, and hopefully he can do a lot of that today.
All right, thank you, Otis. And there you see Rory Lee, who scored that touchdown.
Something that he's kind of used to this year, Bill. He had 34 of them during the regular season at Thornton.
Boy, he sure did.
He had a great career. They played for the state championship, the 6A class this year, and they lost to East St. Louis in the championship game, Thanksgiving weekend, and he had a lot to do with getting them down there.
Rushed for over 2,100 yards, 2,134 to be exact. Like you said, 34 TDs.
Those are incredible stats for one season. That's not even a career for some.
Yeah, I know. I looked at that and I said, wait a minute, this must be for how many years was he there?
And his junior year was not too many yards or too many touchdowns less than that.
Unbelievable. Well, we got Mario McDonald and Matt Simmons back again. Here's the run up and the kick. And a good boot by Newbrough. Goes into the end zone. At the last moment, Matt Simmons just kind of ducked out of the way of that one before inadvertently touching it. It goes into the end zone for the touchback, so we'll start from the 20.
High school rules again. Even if he caught it in the end zone, he could not run it out. It would be automatically come out to the 20.
He just decided not to get anywhere near it. All right, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the North squad.
Well, we've got Sirasani back at quarterback and Callis at the wide receiver spot. It's difficult to rotate the quarterbacks, obviously. They didn't get warmed up, so they might be going a quarter apiece, and in the 4th quarter, depending on the situation, make the changes.
All right, backs in tight. Goes to McDonald. McDonald trying the far side, and it is very tough going. Just got over the 20-yard line, and not a whole lot more. Mario McDonald got a very tough yard at the 21.
Well, it's going to be tough to run inside those tackles on the South team. They've got some great inside linebackers. McClinton from the North, who is playing nose guard, which is right on the center, is an outstanding football player. In fact, many colleges were after him. He's 6'3", 220 pounds, and he's right over the center.
We have 2nd down. A little less than 9 yards to go for the 1st down. He got about a yard and a half on that run. And this will lose ground back to the 19-yard line as Sarasani is stacked up.
Robin Smith from Lincoln Way there making a big play. And, of course, the gentleman I just mentioned with that A on the side of his helmet, he got a grade of A on that play. McClinton from Andrew, coached by Mike O'Neill.
The officials spot the ball right at the 20-yard line. They say that's where his forward progress was stopped. And that's where we started the series, of course. So it brings up 3rd down and 10 yards to go. 3rd and 10 for the North.
We've got 2 outstanding linebackers in there from Bloom High School. Marcus Walker, who's headed for Michigan, number 4, he's the inside linebacker. And number 88, Bryant Young, is the outside linebacker, 245, heading for Notre Dame.
From the shotgun, Sarasani looking, firing over the middle. He's got his man at the 35-yard line and out to the 38-yard line. Yeah, Mike Callis. And so a 1st down again, the big 3rd down. Watch it here again.
Here's Sirasani out of the shotgun. He needs this kind of time because his offensive line is having difficulty holding off those DBs. He gets Callis on a crossing route right underneath the safety, and he outran the under coverage of that linebacker. Right there you see the man. It was man coverage. Number 10 is Vincent Booker from Thornton on his way to Colorado State.
Pickup of 18 on the play, and a 1st down, of course. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line for the North squad.
Here goes Mario.
Mario at the 40, 42, 45-yard line, and spun out of bounds just shy of the 45. Mario McDonald.
You have to excuse my anticipation there with the kind of speed. He runs a 4.2 40. That's incredible. Pros don't even run 4.2 40. So anytime he touches the football, he can fly down those sidelines.
Mario McDonald, who was 2nd in the state in the 100-yard dash, and he was his team's most valuable player. His coach says he's one of the best punt and kick return men in high school play, and of course he had done it all throughout his career in Waukegan West.
You know, it's interesting. Bruce Glover, who was coaching in this game, played against them, and Mario ran 2 punts back against Hersey to beat them, and now Bruce said, well, I wanted to get a good close-up of this kid and be able to be on the same team with him.
All right, let's go to Otis Wilson for a moment, who has a comment. Otis, take it away.
I'm here with Rory Lee from Thornton. Rory Lee, that was an excellent touchdown run. What did you see out there? You kind of give us an assumption of it.
Some alignment all over the place. You know, they was all trying out, you know, giving 110%, trying to make a block. Some running across the, running across the place. Ty came in with a good fake, running to the option, and all they do is get the ball and run. It's a big hole. Take it through.
Well, you have over 34 touchdowns during the season. I tell you, you had over 34 touchdowns during the season. Look like you're gonna have a whole lot of them today. What do you think?
I don't know. It all depends on my lineman. You know, that's pretty much where the game is won, on line of scrimmage. If they do that job, I think I can do mine.
Okay, well, Roy, good luck to you the rest of the game.
Okay, thank you.
Here's a draw, goes to Matt Simmons out of Carmel. And let's see where they're going to spot it.
Now, he was about a step away there, Bill. These backs have excellent speed, and all they need is a little move here or there, and he was about a step away. Now, last week, he missed several of the practices because his team was down playing for the state baseball championship.
He is shy of the 1st down by about a yard.
Boy,
got about 3.
I wish my lawn at home looked that good, Bill.
Oh, yeah, it's really nice down there. Walking around the field, you can see just what great shape it's in. All right, 3rd down, about a yard to go. They go straight ahead.
Quarterback sneak, he's got it.
Sarasani got the 1st down and room to spare. Gets it across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Let's take a look at the offensive line here. See how much they surge across. You can see right there they're wedge blocking, and they literally blow that defensive line off the ball. He picks up the 1st down with room to spare. The games are really won in the trenches, right up front.
From the 49-yard line of the South, Sarasani pitches to the deep back. To the 45-yard line. The pitch went to Mario McDonald. He got about 4. Let's see if they spot it right at the 45. Yep, 4 yards to the 45. It'll be 2nd down and 6 yards to go. 3:11 remaining in this 1st quarter. And a 6-0 ball game in favor of the South.
I'm sure the coaches, the defensive coaches in the South, get white knuckles every time that ball gets into Mario McDonald's hands and he gets outside the perimeter. That's where they don't want him to get with that kind of speed, because he will outrun those defensive people and those linebackers, and then it's just one-on-one with those DBs, and that's a big chore to handle.
Well, let's see if the North can sustain the drive. It started back on their own 20-yard line. They are now at the 45-yard line of the South. Sarasani wants to throw, thinks better of it, dives straight ahead, almost trapped for a loss, dives across the 45 to about the 44. And for a moment, let's go back cross field to Otis Wilson. Otis?
Coach, I tell you, feelings, what is your game plan?
Well, right now we're going to stay with what we're doing. They got us on the screenplay with a real nice stalk block on our downfield people, and the option play caught us, and we didn't make the tackle. We'll do a better job on the tackling, right, from here on out.
Okay, well, it's still young, and I think, you know, an all-star game is kind of, you know, tough getting these guys. You only have them for a week trying to get the continuity there, but I think you'll come out over that. What do you think?
Well, I think there's potential for a lot of big plays tonight. You're going to see a big play right here, I think.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Back to Bill and Jack, thank you.
Sarasani rolling to the far side of the field, hurdles one would-be tackler at the 40-yard line, gets inside the 40. It should be enough for a 1st down. Watch it again right here.
Well,
a good athletic move by Sarasani.
Well, his father is also the offensive coordinator of the North team. Just see him right here. And with this hit, I'm sure that Dad was more of a father here than a coach. He gets nailed right here, but he gets that 1st down right there. Look at the shoulders going in. But he picks up the 1st down. It was a gutsy run by Tom Sarasani heading for Wisconsin.
Yes, sir. Gets to the 38-yard line to sustain the drive for the North as they try to get the equalizer here in the 1st quarter, down 6-0. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line of the South for the North squad. And again, Sarasani will work from the eye. Pitch to the deep back. McDonald hemmed in. Gets away, gets to the 40, the 35-yard line, and bumped out of bounds at that point. Mario McDonald pushed out by John Lee of Montini.
John Lee, and number 40 is Walker from Bloom, heading for Michigan, who really has great movement to the outside. He's an inside linebacker, and he makes the play on McDonald on the sideline.
We had a flag, though, Jack. We've got a clip against the North, so that's going to cost them. Just as they really start to make this drive look like it's going to get very meaningful, the flag is thrown.
Well, you know, we have had some great football games in the past, as we've talked about earlier, and it's really unusual in these high school all-star games, the success that we've had with so few penalties.
Yep.
This is the first one so far. Last year we had 3 in the entire ball game, and that shows you the caliber of athlete, but not only that, it shows you how well they've been coached during their high school careers.
Indeed. But that one is costly as it comes all the way back to the 45-yard line of the North.
But you know what? You know how fast Mario McDonald can cover that ground?
Yeah.
That's no big
Yeah, he
deal.
can get it back. Well, we'll see. We shall see. 1st down and about 27 yards to go now for the 1st down. So the North going to have to regroup and get back the yardage they lost and then some. Sarasani looking to throw, steps up in the pocket, fires, incomplete and almost picked off up near the 34-yard line. Making a diving attempt, the cornerback, Brock Templin from Hinsdale South.
Templin right there, an outstanding player at Hinsdale South. Had a great career there playing for Dave Smith and Jimmy Kerwin, who were both coaching in this football game. And he's playing free safety right now, and he's got his hands full with the speed that they're sending at him.
All right, second down, 27 yards. Yeah, Templin's not only a fine defensive back, but he was a split end and flanker, so he knows what receivers are about to do. He can play his defensive position and anticipate a lot of things. Low snap, Sarasani handles it. Long pass up the left side and thrown out of bounds.
That was a misread there. That was a misread with his teammate. His teammate got bumped out of bounds, and he wanted to send it up. And Tom just stared the ball out, I think, just out of desperation there.
Looked like that, yeah. As it soared high over the head and way out of the reach of Ray Ladd, who was wide on the far side. Third down, 27 yards to go.
You know, the pressure that these kids get from those defensive linemen. I mean, Sarasani is not all that tall, but he's got kids 6'5", 6'4" coming at him. It's very difficult to see over the top of those people, especially when they're coming to tear your eyelashes off.
Another low snap that he fielded like a good shortstop. Long pass up the far side. Oh. It is incomplete. Oh, that was close. It was almost in the hands of the defender, Brock Templin. It bounced out of his hands. And when that happened, that gave the receiver, the intended receiver, another shot at it. He couldn't come up with it. So, no blood. And we'll go to fourth down. Watch it again. Look at this.
Here's a good shot of the ball in the air. Great camera work. And let's say right at the end here, it's deflected.
Yep.
And you can see that if he picks it up, he's gone because both defenders went for the football. And as fate would have it, he didn't get it.
Ray Ladd still had a shot, and the third straight low snap. Kick almost blocked. They got away with it. Rolling inside the 20, rolling to the 15. Good coverage downfield. Very good coverage downfield. And so there will be no run back. Heads up play by Joe Noonan.
Real good
who was
play
on the kick team, and he got down there and made sure nobody picked up that football, and that it rolled and rolled and rolled, and finally got inside the 15.
Good job by Joe Noonan of West Aurora, coached by Tim Cedarblad.
Yep.
Rutkowski's at quarterback now, Bill.
John Rutkowski out of Richards. Our first look at him for the night.
Led his team to the 4A state championship this past season.
See what he does on first down. He'll work from the eye. Wants to put it up. Fires over the right side, complete at the 20, and out to the 25-yard line.
Gunta from Glenbard West.
Mike Gunta from Glenbard West going to DePaul next year. Took a rifle shot right in the midsection and dove ahead to get a little extra yardage.
Tell you what, they don't come any tougher than that young man. He played his first game this year as a wide receiver, and then his coach Jimmy Colbert moved him a running back, and he had over 1,300 yards in a very tough West Suburban conference.
Ball just over the 23. Just about short of a 9-yard pickup. Second down, a long one to go. The up back gets the first down across the 30. That's Alan Bruckner, the fullback, and I'm arming it. Carrying a couple of would-be tacklers with him as he goes across the 30 to the 31-yard line. First and 10 for the South squad.
We also have a new tailback in there, Garrett Sample from Downers Grove North, coached by Pete Ventrilli. He's replacing Rory Lee, giving him a little opportunity to get some Gatorade and take a break.
Gunta comes wide to the near side. To the far side is Kopis. And Rutkowski works from the eye. First and 10. Drops the snap, picks it up. Oh! In and out of the hands of Mike Gunta.
Nice play by Eric Axelson of St. Charles, coming up on Gunta, putting a little pressure on him. But I think he took his eye off the football that last second to make that turn and drop the ball.
You called him Gunta, I called him Gunta, and the guy in the PA called him Ginta.
Well, somebody's going to be right.
One of us, if we keep going that way, I was told by a couple people, this is one thing for the parents that are listening, one thing we try very hard to do, and in practice we ask different people, how do you pronounce this name and that name? We're trusting people who gave us pronunciations if we couldn't get the actual young man at the moment. All right, Rutkowski, under pressure, back to the 15, rolling to the far side, gets it away. Oh, it was complete out of the defender's hands and complete at the 40-yard line.
Eddie Johns from Homewood Flossmoor. He's used to those kind of catches. That was just great athletic ability by Rutkowski, scrambling out of it. Now here's Rutkowski. Now remember, he led his team to an undefeated season this year in the 4A state championship. His dad is a coach at Richards. So watch the great athletic ability. He throws it back across the grain. It's deflected by the linebacker, and here comes Eddie Johns, one-handed, makes the big play, and now they got to measure for a first down. Now, Johns comes from a passing high school at Homewood Flossmoor, coached by Johnny Wren. Here's a good shot of Rakowski.
As they measure for that first down, and it is very close.
It was a great athletic play.
Boy, it really was. They got a first down out of it. John Rutkowski got the job done. Co-MVP in his conference. He benches about 310 pounds, which isn't too bad for a quarterback. A bright young man. Got a great point average of 4.16 out of 5. So you've got a very agile, very strong, very intelligent athlete out there.
It's great to see a high school kid with a strong body and a strong mind.
Exactly.
Reminds me of my days in high school, Bill.
Ball at the 41, 1st and 10. Handoff inside, and that will produce nothing.
Sample trying to get outside, and he doesn't make it. Bill Humphrey from Libertyville making that tackle, and he's on his way to Nebraska.
All right. We have played one. That's it for the first quarter. And at the end of the initial quarter of play, it is the South leading the North 6-0 as we break right here on Sports Channel. Here we go. First play of the second quarter, 6-0 in favor of the South as we resume action here at North Central College. The throw is on the way. It is complete. 45-yard line, 50-yard line.
And what a great block by the young man from Glenbard West on a peel-back block.
Alan Bruckner gets it across midfield and a first down for the South.
Joe Noonan made the tackle there. Here's the play. Rutkowski coming out on the outside. You'll see the play. He's a fullback coming out in the flat. Here he is right here. Watch this cutback block right here. Bango. Great block. That's a sign of a great athlete.
Pick up a 15. It's at the 49-yard line. A drive that started back on their own 15. First down and 10 yards to go. Pitch to the deep back.
Ooh, he's gone.
He's at the 40.
Garrett
He's
Sample.
at the 35. He's at the 30, and he's dragged down from behind. Bobby Hanson saved a touchdown right there as Garrett Sample bounced off a would-be tackler way back upfield, got to the outside, and as Jack indicated, it looked like he was gone. But Bobby Hanson, the safety, watch it, comes out of nowhere and saves 6.
Now watch the great cutback right here. He never stops those feet or legs from going. Great effort here for Garrett Sample, who had a great career at Downers Grove North. Tony Franklin attempted to make the play, but here's Hanson again making another touchdown-saving tackle. You remember he made that big play in Garnett.
From the 49 to the 29, a pickup of 20 yards on the play and a first down. As the South continues to drive. Rutkowski rolling right, under heavy pressure. Lets it fly, incomplete at the 19-yard line. Right now, let's go across the field to Otis Wilson. Otis?
Thank you. I'm here with Tom and Tom Sarasani, coach and player. First to coach. Coach, you came out throwing, and you had a first series was excellent. Then they started tightening up. What do you think?
We're doing a real good job bumping our receivers. We're having trouble coming off. Our protection's excellent. We just got to get free without the receivers.
Okay. And player, Tom, you out there, your father's sending in the plays, and what do you see out there? What do you think will work?
I think it's all going to work. I don't know. On the second series, they were really bumping our receivers, and they were having a hard time getting off, and that was kind of screwing everything up. I think everything is going to work. We just got to get it going.
You had a great career in high school, over 1,500 yards passing. Do you want to throw the ball, or do you want to hand it off?
I'm going to throw it, to tell you the truth.
Well, maybe Pops, maybe you give him some more plays where he can throw the ball up.
My philosophy's always been to throw the football. I mean, if I had my druthers, we'd throw every single play, but we do have to run the ball.
Okay. Back to you, Bill and Jack.
All right, thank you, Otis. On that last play, Rutkowski throwing deep into the corner, trying to get into the end zone to Dustin Kopis, overthrew him as the wide receiver on him, Marmion, could not haul it in. Ball goes back to the 29-yard line. And let's see what the South comes up with here.
South, keep in mind here, Bill, has a couple of excellent field goal kickers.
Yeah, I was just about to mention, they do have indeed some good legs. See if we get to that point. Fake the draw, fake the swing,
again.
Got the screen, and it works to the 22-yard line as he got it to Alan Bruckner, the fullback.
He got a little too much pressure there, and the back got too far up into the line of scrimmage, and he was almost past his blockers on that play, but it was a nice play by Tailon making that tackle.
Spot the ball actually at the 21-yard line.
They have two different field goal kickers. For the longer ones, they were going with Newbro, and right now they're going with the young man, Gunta, from Glenbard West. He's an ex-soccer player.
Yep.
And they're using him for what we call the shorter ones. Now, this one is short, say 27 yards, which with the 10 yards is 37. It's blocked. Stringer from Evanston picks it up.
He's at the 5, the 7, the 10, 15, and just across the 15-yard line and down at that point.
Chris Stringer, number 14 from Evanston, coached by John Rail, another great program up in the north suburbs of Chicago.
I think it was Doyle Cockrell, Jack, that got a hand on that football and blocked it.
And that's the teammate of Stringer from Evanston. Cockrell's a big young man at 6'5", right here. Let's take a look at him.
Let's see.
Right there, 78. Look at that effort.
Yep.
Doyle Cockrell on his way to Minnesota. And he told Otis during the week that his idol was Dan Hampton. He wanted to get number 99.
Well, he was playing like him there, that's for sure. All right, the North squad on the attack. And they'll go on the ground. Out across the 20 to the 25-yard line. That was Simmons, Matt Simmons, out of Carmel High School. Undecided what he's going to do as far as his collegiate career is concerned.
That was just in the newspaper today, Bill. He took his ACT and SAT late, and he's got several schools that are waiting on him, including Illinois, and that's where they think he's going to go. They were waiting on the score of that particular test.
Well, now I read that story. Says that he has strong athletic and academic aspirations, and he's looking to find his niche, and we certainly wish him well. Here he goes again at the 35, at the 40, at the 42, and if he keeps running like that, more than just a few people are going to take a little closer look. Matt Simmons out across the 40-yard line. Look at it again.
Well, what's interesting about this is he's running out as the I-back, and his whole career at Carmel this past year he spent in a three-point stance. But just a great effort here by Matt Simmons, who hasn't been practicing, as we mentioned earlier in the week, because he was playing in the baseball championships.
Fine balance there. They had him hit. He spun around, kept his balance, kept his composure, picked up that extra yardage. 1st and 10. He'll try it again, and that time it was once too often going to the well. They were ready, and they stack him up at the line of scrimmage. Let's go back to the sideline. Bobby Hansen's over there with Otis Wilson. Otis?
Thank you. I'm here with Bobby Hansen from Palatine. Bobby, you're really sticking your head in there and making some great plays. How do you feel about it?
I'm just not going to let them score around my corner. I'm trying to catch everything I got. So far, they haven't got by me.
Well, normally a lot of the all-star games, when they really cater to the defense, and do you feel like they give you freedom so that you can make plays?
So let me play zone. We're mixing it up the whole time. Anything I can do, I'm doing.
Well, good luck to you, and have a great game. The remainder of the game, I should say. And Bill and Jack, back to you.
All right, thank you, Otis. Joe Bosman in there at quarterback now. Throwing to the near sideline, trying to get it to Mario McDonald. Throws incomplete, bringing up 3rd down and 12 yards to go. Ball just shy of the 40-yard line, between the 39 and the 40. 8:28 remaining in this second quarter, 6-0 in favor of the South.
It's the first opportunity here for us to get a look at Joel Bosman from Woodstock. He's on his way to Illinois State, and he also is an excellent quarterback. Sirasani playing the first quarter and Bosman playing the second.
Bosman off play action, rolls high to the right side, picked off 40, 35, and down near the 32-yard line. Vince Bruckner. Vincent Booker out of Thornton High School, headed for Colorado State. Vince Booker makes the interception. Look at it again. Rolling right.
Bosman under heavy pressure here, and probably a poor decision. Here's a great job by Booker. You can see him cut off underneath. And again, very highly recruited young defensive back out of Thornton High School on his way to Fort Collins, Colorado State University.
Ball's at the 34-yard line. 34 the North. The South with another good scoring opportunity. Going for it all up the far side. No good. A foot race. Matt Simmons and the defensive back.
Eddie Johns from Homewood Flossmoor, number 15, trying to beat him on a sideline route. Just a little fade, but he just didn't get enough ball up in the air. Chris Stringer trying to make the play there from Evanston.
Eddie Johns, I should have pointed out. Not Simmons. Got my 15s backwards. That's the first time I've done that. I'm looking at all these different numbers and these different players. It was Eddie Johns going one-on-one up the far side. 1st and all, trying to hit him. Todd with a 2nd and 10 now.
Here's the option.
Here's the pitch to the deep back.
Oh, great moves by Rory Lee.
Rory Lee ducks inside at the 30-yard line. Hemmed in dives forward to get an extra yard to about the 29.
Enoch Jones from Evanston in on the tackle, number 46. Let's take a look at the move here that Rory Lee has. It's an option. First and all with the fake to the fullback down the line. There's the defensive end. He pitches it. Look at those great quick feet he has. He never stops his movement upfield. But they hem him in on this particular play. But he's still got a lot of time left, Bill, to excite this crowd.
From the 29-yard line, 3rd down, and about 5 to go for the first down. Todd Firstenau with a pitch back to Lee. Wants the far side, hemmed in. He will go nowhere there as he is dropped at about the 31-yard line. And let's go back to Otis Wilson. Otis?
Hi there. I'm here with Vincent Booker from Thornton. Vincent, that was an excellent interception. What defense were you in?
Cover 2. I have my job is pitch to receiver and towards the flats, and towards the middle. I just back off to the flats, and this is right there.
Well, you kind of, once you got the ball, looked like a running back. Do you have any visions of being a running back in your day?
No, it's a quarterback.
Okay. Yeah. Well, great player. Thank you. Bill, back to you and Jack.
All right. Thank you, Otis. From the 39-yard line, Brett Newbrough is going to try a 49-yard field goal. It's on its way. A lot of leg. It is good. Oh, he hit it. 39 yards in the field of play and 10 to the end zone. A 49-yard boot by Brett Newbrough. What a kick that was.
Now, he did the same thing in the semifinals of the state football championship against East St. Louis. He hit a 46-yarder. Let's take a look at it here. He's a soccer-style kicker. Nice hold by Firstenau. You can see he gets good blocking up front, good follow-through. We got a great angle here. It's coming right into the living room. Get your hands ready. 46-yard field goal by a high school football player.
Ooh. And that makes it a 9-0 ball game with 6:23 remaining in the half.
Now, of course, for our fans at home, let's think about the idea that in the second half now, even though the North team received the opening kickoff, they still will have the opportunity, if the score stays the same, to receive the second half kickoff.
And Newbrough, who just kicked that field goal, will now kick off for the South. What a nice kick that was.
You got 2 burners back here.
Kick comes up short. It'll be taken to the 8-yard line. 15-20, and slipping at the 20-yard line is Matt Simmons. So they'll put it in play. 1st and 10, just shy of the 20-yard line. Actually, they mark it and say his knee touched as he made the slide to the turf at the 19. 1st and 10 at the 19 for the North. Trailing 9-0.
Well, as Tom Sirasani said to Otis Wilson, he likes to throw the ball, and he's got 2 great quarterbacks, and now right now they're in a passing formation with the 1 back, which is Matt Simmons.
Bosman calling signals, and the handoff does not get much of anything. Just about back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Let's go back across the field once again to Otis.
I'm here with Brent Newbrow. Brent, that was an excellent kick. What did you say?
The holder got the ball down, good snap, line blocked well, and I just kicked it like I usually do.
Well, I tell you, sounds like a man with confidence. Do you prefer kicking them long or short, or what? You like those pressure situations?
I like the pressure situations and the long kicks. I feel more accurate when I get farther out.
Well, good luck to you in the remainder of the game, man. Hopefully you get an opportunity to kick another one. Bill, back to you and Jack.
All right, Otis, just as this play starts to develop, we get a whistle. Like you were pointing out, Jack, Brett Newbrough kicking the long field goal is nothing new to him. He had field goals of 38, 47, 41, and 51 in that order this past season. And I would imagine that the University of Illinois is going to be taking a good, strong look as him possibly being their kicker of the future.
He's not only an excellent kicker, he's also an outstanding receiver.
Yeah.
Tight end for Sandberg, and plays for an excellent coach in Tom Soliga, who's taken the Sandberg team to the playoffs the last 5 years.
Pretty tough defensive end, too, and he's called upon to work that side of the football. Very talented athlete. All right, 2nd down, 4 yards to go. Pitch to the deep back. This will be Simmons again. Simmons across the 25-yard line and pushed back at that point.
Boy, Illinois is getting a little excited down there. This is a very well-played game, but there's some tremendous hitting that goes on down the field. They're all trying to outdo each other. Take a look at the last part of this play. Here's Simmons right here. He's about to cut back. You can see he's jumping right here. And as he lands, now he's getting contact right there from Ostrowski, number 55 from Joliet Catholic, and a whole slew of South defenders. And what they try to do, and they get in a ball game like this, it's the best of the best, and they all try to outdo each other.
Yeah. Vincent Booker, number 10, as you see, is being assisted to the sideline, was injured on that last play.
He was one of the last guys that piled in on that particular play, and I think he just got a little twist there.
Let's hope the young man's going to be all right. He's been playing a fine ball game.
Well, one good thing about a game like this, if there is a little twisted ankle or a sore knee, they have 3 months to recover before they go to their college camp, and that's one of the reasons why we have the game in June.
Sure. And as you said, they're still in condition from their senior year of school, having participated perhaps in a number of sports. They're still agile and ready to be in a contact sport like football. The handoff here goes nowhere at the 25-yard line in a 3rd and 3 situation. And that is going to mean that the North squad is going to have to kick it away.
Big John Holisek, number 45 from Marion Catholic, on his way to the University of Illinois, a 6'2", 225-pound linebacker.
We are about to see our first punt of the night, I believe, Jack.
Well, in this situation here, they've got 2 great ones now. You know, Rory Lee, I think, is back there. Yeah. But Hansen is the punter, and he's going to get some pressure here because they want to put some pressure on him to turn it over.
Gets the punt away. Nice high spiraling kick. Caught and down at about the 47-yard line. So the South will take over at that point, 1st and 10, leading in the ball game by a score of 9-0. They scored on a 17-yard touchdown run by Rory Lee with 6:05 remaining in the first quarter. And then here in the second quarter at the 6:23 mark, the 49-yard field goal by Newbro to make it 9-0.
Well, the South has really dominated the clock. They've had the ball, and they've mixed it up quite a bit. And the North hasn't had an opportunity really to put any points on the board because they haven't had the ball that often.
From the 46-yard line, the pass attempt incomplete. Kirstenau's pass intended for Mike Genta, no good. 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
Good shot of number 44, Joe Noonan, a linebacker from West Aurora. We have 3 West Aurora football players in the ball game. And also Enoch Jones, number 46 from Evanston.
Kirstenau with the backs in the eye, and there we are going to get a penalty against the North as somebody on this side of the line, the left side, jumped into the neutral zone and made contact.
Right there, big Doyle Cockrell jumped in. And again, let's remember, it's high school rules. Their contact does not have to be made. All he has to do is cross that plane.
Get into that
and there he is right there in the
is.
neutral zone.
Yep.
And that's where the flag goes up. And it's a great rule for high school football because it really cuts down on the injuries. Because in the other, obviously in pro and in college, they have to make contact. Well, that's a lot where you get a lot of those cheap shots when people get hurt.
So the ball moves across the 50, 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line. Pitch to the deep back. This is Rory Lee. Rory Lee gets a yard, maybe 2, no more. Clock running with 3:15 to go in the second quarter. And the South leading in the ball game 9-0.
Nice plays defensively there by number 44, Joe Noonan, and number 42, Jimmy Casper from Mundelein, coming to make that play on Rory Lee.
Got a couple of yards. His knee was down at the 47-yard line. 3rd down and 3 yards to go for the 1st down for the South squad. Coming wide to the near side, Dustin Kokas. Junta wide to the left. The up back gets the call, gets to the 45-yard line.
That's Garnett.
Kevin Garnett going for the 1st down, may have come up a little short. I think he's shy about a half a yard.
But I think here the South team will also go for it, Bill. They got one more down to go for it because they've been holding them defensively, and they'll turn the ball over here and make field.
Ball's right at the 45. They needed 3, they got 2. And the South is going to talk about it. They take a timeout, and we will too as we break right here on Sports Channel. With Otis Wilson along the sidelines, back here at North Central College in Naperville, and thank you so much for joining us on this classic tonight, the North-South affair. The broadcast rights for this game, the property of Sports Channel Chicago, and the use of this program without the written consent of Sports Channel is strictly prohibited. It's a 9-0 ball game in favor of the South, and there you see the cheerleaders and
Naperville North. Naperville North cheerleaders, and I'll tell you what, North Central College has really done a great job for us here. They've hosted the game for the last 7 years. Paul Connor, the head football coach. Great facility out here in Naperville. They've really been a great host, and we really do appreciate it.
We do indeed. All right, 4th and 1, and the dive across the 45-yard line to the 44. Very close. It'll depend on where the officials spot it. My initial reaction is that it might well be good enough by about a nose of a football for the first down. Let's see if the men in the striped shirts agree with that. I think they're going to measure. All right, Mr. McInerney, how good are your eyes? I'm going to say they got the first down by about a half a football.
I think it's probably less than that, Bill, from what I can see here. And of course, I really do appreciate that gift certificate to Pearl Vision that you sent to me last week.
All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we have right here.
Like I said, Bill, he's a little short.
Oh, come on now.
Did you take some links out of that chain?
I think he got the first. He got the first down. Told you.
I was looking in the wrong direction.
He got it. All right. So 1st and 10. We have 2:10 remaining in this first half. Taylor Bell of the Chicago Sun-Times, who's been around so many years and done such a great job covering prep sports. One heck of a good friend, too. Taylor Bell will be on with Jack McInerney at halftime. An interview they taped earlier tonight. All right, 1st and 10. Up the left side. Yeah, it is complete to Eddie Judge. Nice pitch by Rutkowski.
Really did a nice job on this, getting the ball out to Johns, who's used to catching the ball at home with Flossmoor, but he lays it up there. He gives him an opportunity to outrun that secondary. You can see right here, and he just throws it over the proper shoulder into the sideline. So if it's incomplete, it's going to go out of bounds and not into the arms of the defender. Excellent throw there by Rutkowski.
Through left, and exactly right, Jack. And he beat a tough man, Bobby Hansen, who's been playing a great game. That had to be a perfect throw to get it by Hansen, who's an outstanding defensive back, and it was a great throw. All right, first down 20, 15-yard line, 10-yard line, Rory, 5, 3, 2, and 1, and touchdown.
Boy,
Rory Lee. Rory Lee just scampers into the end zone, untouched.
He reminds me of choosing up sides on the streets in Chicago. When I was a kid, you choose up the fastest kid because you could only go from curb to curb, and he has the best moves. What a great little football player. And who says little kids can't play football anymore?
Rory Lee with his 2nd touchdown of the night. Look at it here.
It's a counter trap draw, but watch the movement right here. He just never stops the feet. The feet continue to move. He's got great instincts. And of course, 34 touchdowns again without being too redundant, but you can't be a great football player and a great back if you can't keep your feet moving.
So that makes it 15-0. The South dominating on the scoreboard here in the first half.
It'll be interesting to see in the second half. Sirisanni talking about wanting to throw the ball. We won't see it on the ground at all in the second half. We're going to go for 2.
All right, going to go for 2 right here. And first and all, back in there at quarterback.
And they've got Garrett Sample at tailback. Little option, here we go.
First and all. Wants to pitch back, does. Ball fumbled, and that ends that. So again, they fail going for 2. It remains 15-0 in favor of the South with 1:47 to go here in the first half.
It was a nice play by defensive back Bill Burbanek of Maine South, who came up and made that play. He put so much pressure on the quarterback there that he really couldn't get that pitch off, and really did a nice job defensively. We're going to see some major changes in the second half as far as how the North offense is going to attack that very tough South secondary and linebacker tandem.
All right, let's see if the North can get something on the board here in the waning minute and 47 seconds of play as the South is dominating.
We've had some exciting plays here.
Yep.
Couple plays there that could have broken any particular time. We've got some outstanding high school football players and some exciting running backs.
Newbro will kick it again, and Mario McDonald and Matt Simmons are deep to receive. The boot goes into the end zone. Mario McDonald lets it fly right by him. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. The touchback, they put it in play, 1st and 10 at that point.
I'd like to mention the officials that we have for the game. Bill have really done a great job for us. Rick Klein, Tony Lombardo, Brian Quinn, Marvin Shade, Tommy Quinn, and Jim Stahl. And of course, Jim Kehoe, who has been my contact man all the time, getting these great officials for this great game. We really do appreciate their help in this football game. They've done a great job during the past 7 years.
All right, we have 1st and 10, a minute and 47 seconds to go in this second quarter.
Osman scramble, got a flag.
The pass is incomplete, and as you point out, we do have a flag on the play.
And from where it was thrown, I'm sure we got a holding call. Indication he's holding.
Yep.
Mr. Quinn.
And there it is.
That man right there, Tom Quinn, has refereed in the Liberty Bowl, the Rose Bowl several times. So you're talking about some quality officials down in that field. And it's really kind of interesting. I mean, he's been in that Rose Bowl so many times, and now here he is. Gives you an idea of how much he loves football to do a game like this with his high school all-stars.
Sure. And now they finally walk it off, the 10 yards, back to the 10. So it will be 1st down and 20 yards to go. 1st and 20 from the 10-yard line for the North. See what Joel Bozeman gets going here.
Draw.
To McDonald. McDonald on the far side, across the 10 to 15-yard line, pushed out of bounds. Stops the clock with 1:34 remaining.
He is dying to get a little running room out there so he can turn those afterburners on.
Well, he got about 6 yards on that.
You know, that's really not a helmet, Phil. That's a heat shield
Yeah.
for re-entry. I mean, anytime 4.2 in the 40, you better have a heat shield.
You've been doing great PR for this young man.
He can fly.
I know he can.
I'm just, every time he touches the ball, I get excited because I know that he can pop one.
He is an exciting talent, no doubt about it. From the shotgun, Crossman, airing it out, going way deep. Good coverage, however. And that produces stayed with his man. Corey King was there. Brock Templin was there. And it was no way. Third down, 15 yards to go.
They tried to go deep to Mario McDonald down the sideline, but it's been difficult. Mario McDonald ran out of the wishbone all year, so then all of a sudden you put him in a flanker, and it takes some time to get used to being a receiver and catching the ball from a pitch position when you're 5 yards from the quarterback compared to being 35 or 45 yards down the field. You can bet those defensive backs when they see him out there backpedal, but I don't see anybody up in his face when he lines up as a wideout.
Third down, 15 to go. Bozeman looking, throws up the right side, incomplete.
Great contact there. Great contact by Sean Drundell of Naperville North, number 17. Really came up and made a big hit there. And of course, number 42, Scott Ray out of Bolingbrook, coached by Phil Acton, who's always produced some great players for this football team.
So it brings up fourth down and about 15 yards to go for the first down, a kicking situation.
Guess who's back? Is that Rory Lee?
All right, there's the punt.
It sure is.
Yep, calling for a fair catch. And makes the fair catch at the 49-yard line.
I'm really surprised at that, Bill, to be honest with you, because normally...
I was a little surprised, too. I thought he had some running room. He called for that kind of early. Why did I do this?
Normally, the up back gives you the call if there's too much pressure there. But see, they're not used to working with Rory Lee. Rory Lee doesn't want a fair catch, and he wants to run with the ball. And he's looking right there saying, who told me to fair catch?
Rory looks like he's got a little Virgil Livers in him, who wouldn't call a fair catch if you were hanging on his back. And I didn't think I was with you. You took the words right out of my mouth. I thought, I don't think he wants to do what he's doing.
No, somebody called that for him. But the up guy looks at the people coming down, and he'll make the call. You can see right there, he's saying, who called that?
All right, 1:13 to go. South trying to add to already a comfortable 15-0 lead.
Pressure by Rutkowski here.
Rutkowski at midfield and beyond and roll to the turf.
That was a great play by
Hendershot
from Libertyville.
Jack Hendershot making the play.
You can see right here as he drops back, he's looking, but he gets pressure right there from Humphrey from Lincoln Way, and he's pressured to the outside, and you can see he's going away with his right arm. He can't turn upfield to make that throw, and just a great defensive play by the defensive line of the North team.
So on the sack, a loss of 3, second down, 13 yards to go, clock running. We're inside a half a minute for this first half. And Rutkowski wants to throw again.
He's got a screen. Right. It's wide open.
Got the screen. He's got the completion midfield. 45-yard line down to the 43-yard line. Rolling and scrambling. I think that was Garnett Sandberg.
That was Bruckner.
Was it Bruckner? I caught a 5. I didn't know if it was 2-5 or 3-5. It was 25, Alan Bruckner.
Karl Talon, a Belgian Larkin, made the play there. This is a play that Dave Smith is noted for. They showed draw one way to come back with a screen. He had a lot of running room here, but he got kind of caught up with his lineman. Nice job here by number 22, Bill Verbanek of Maine South, who's a quarterback all year at Maine South, coming up and making a contained, forcing him back up inside.
Alan Bruckner making the nice play, picked up 1,212 yards and scored 20 touchdowns last season for Marmion. On defense, he was a fine outside linebacker as well as an outstanding fullback on offense. First team All-Area, 2-time All-Conference. He was his team captain, and he showed why all of those accolades and more were accorded him throughout his high school career. You saw all of that come into play on that last effort of his. 14 seconds remaining in the half.
There's a good shot at Dave Smith, the head offensive coach for the South team. And Dave is at Hinsdale South. He's the athletic director. He won 3 conference championships. He was coach of the year 4 times. And he just resigned as the head football coach at Hinsdale South. So this is his swan song as far as coaching high school football. Although we're trying to keep him involved in our All-Star game because he does a great job.
Third down, 6 yards to go. Rutkowski.
Newbro.
To Newbro. And Newbro up at the 25-yard line.
And he can kick.
We were saying, aside from his kicking, he's an outstanding tight end, and he showed a little bit of that right there.
Now he'll be right back on the next play for the field goal.
Exactly. Set himself up. Set himself up with that completion.
Now, do you call that teamwork or you call that being selfish? Which direction you go with that? Knowing that he was going to be the next guy to kick it.
Well, it's all for the team. It's all for the team.
Bobby Hansen making that tackle there on drawing that play.
The ball resting at the 25-yard line. The kick would come to from the 32, which would make it a 42-yard try. He already has one from 49 out tonight. Tomorrow night on Sports Channel, the World Basketball League features its All-Star festivities, beginning live at 7 o'clock with the slam dunk and three-point shooting contests. Then at 8 o'clock, Sports Channel presents the World Basketball League All-Star Game, live tomorrow night on Sports Channel. We have 8 seconds remaining. A 1st and 10 at the 25, but more to the point, a field goal attempt coming up by Brett Newbrough, who just set himself up by picking up the first down with that catch as a tight end. 42-yard effort coming here. It's down, kick on its way. It's long enough. Is it straight? It is no, it is wide to the left. He had the leg for distance, but it was curving, and just went outside that far upright, wide to the left. And so it remains 15-0 with 4 seconds remaining in the half. The North will take over, a chance to maybe air it out one more time.
Well, what'll happen on that half, if you notice, it was a high snap, and that's where the timing off a little bit there for Brett. But I'm sure here that the North is going to put the ball up in the air with 4 seconds. They'll get McDonald out of the perimeter, and even maybe Matt Simmons. And then they'll go in at halftime and make some adjustments in the game plan for that very tough South defense.
I think before we break away for our halftime break, we're going to be going to Otis on the other side. Is that correct, guys? Remind me of that. All right, we'll be going to Otis in a few seconds here. 4 seconds to be exact, remaining in this first half. 3, 2, and 1. And they stay on the ground after all. Get a yard or two, and that's about it. These two ball clubs will go to their respective locker rooms and talk it over, with the South leading in the ball game at this juncture, 15-0. Let's go across the field to Otis Wilson. Otis?
Hi, I'm here with Bill Moser of the South team. Coach, the guys started off a little slow, but you compiled 15 points on the board, control the ball a little bit. What's your assumption of it?
I just think, kids were a little bit nervous at first, and, they kind of settled down there and got a couple big breaks and a couple big runs that we did all right.
Well, I tell you, you have 3 of your own players here. And I tell you that Rory Lee reminds me a little bit of Terry Metcalf. The way he jukes and jigs, was he like that all season?
Yeah, he was like that all season. The runs you see tonight are the runs that he made all year, and I'm just thankful that some people in this area get to see him. And I feel fortunate to be able to watch him one more time from the sideline.
Are you guys going to do any different in the next half? Well, thank you, Coach, and good luck to the remaining of the half. Well, I tell you, the way I see it from the sideline, I tell you, it's been a lot of hard hitting, a lot of action. The ball's been thrown in the air a lot. It's been run on the ground. And I see the South coming up on top because to me, and the way I think defensively, defenses always win the ball game. And the South has a great defense, and they're doing really well controlling the North. As far as they passing, they're knocking that down. They're getting interceptions, and they're just really doing it. And now I'm going to take it back up to Bill and Jack up there in the booth.
Otis, you look so good, so strong, so healthy, it's disgusting. Man, he looks good.
Well, I'm sitting right next to you. Why haven't you said it about me?
Well, you're before and after actor. Guess which one you are. Otis looks like he could still get out on that field and do a job, doesn't he? All right, it's 15-0 in favor of the South. And Jack McInerney will be back in just a little bit with Taylor Bell. Right now, let's break away on Sports Channel.
Suburban All-Star Game, sponsored by the Chicago Sun-Times. Taylor, it's really hard to believe that this is the 7th year of this All-Star Game.
And Jack, it keeps getting more exciting every year, and each year we get more and more of outstanding players. It's really got to the point where it is the event to really climax the whole football season for these kids. And it used to be that sometimes they were a little bit afraid of coming out and playing an all-star game at the end of the season just prior to their getting ready for college. But now it looks more and more these kids are in shape, as you know, year-round, and they look at sort of as a springboard to their college season. So every year these kids are more and more ready to play football.
Well, it's really interesting, as our fans probably realize, last year's game was decided with no time on the clock. There was a field goal, and we lost that. Can tonight's game possibly match that at all with the type of athletes that we have here?
Well, you know, we've got some great athletes. Rory Lee and Bryant Young on the South team are two of the really more exciting football players, and of course Bryant, one of the most widely recruited players in the country. And then of course on the North team you had Matt Simmons, who's just announced for Illinois, one of the more exciting running backs this state has produced in the last few years, and of course quarterbacks with Joel Bosman and Tom Sarasani, really two outstanding throwers. So you have, as I said, every year now it's you just don't see too many kids passing up this football game. The best kids are here.
Well, you know, it's really interesting, as our fans might remember from last year, they just seem every year to get bigger and faster. And it's really amazing the abilities that we have with these youngsters that are in high school football. Is there any limit to the abilities of these young
Well,
athletes?
you look at an athlete like Bryant Young, who's going to Notre Dame, and he's 6'4", and he's 245, and he played 3 sports this year, and he placed 3rd in the state wrestling at heavyweight, and he was placed 3rd in the shot put, in the discus in the state track meet. I mean, these kids are great athletes, and they stay in shape year-round, and you can just see that you see Young coming across the field here. I mean, these kids are in such great shape that I don't know the limits. The high school football, you've coached it so many years, these kids are just better and better. I've been watching it for 30 years now, and these kids are just so much better than the kids of a decade, 20 years ago. They're faster, they're bigger, they're stronger, and they're just so versatile. They can just do so many things. It's really a little bit frightening to wonder how much better they can get or how much bigger they can get.
Well, you know, both of us are in Fantasy Island here. I love football, you love football, and here we're around a ball game where we have the best athletes that Illinois has produced this year as high school football players. And it's just so exciting that they get wrapped up into this team concept in such a short period of time with 9 days.
Well, that's the other thing, and they really do get involved, and they really do love it. Now, whether we can get as exciting a finish as we had last year with the field goal at the end after the penalty, after the missed field goal, and so forth and so on. But every year, as you know, it's hard to predict, because one year a defense may dominate, the next year an offense may dominate, and yet these kids, as you say, they get into the team concept, they really have fun, and actually I think maybe it's because they do play so much year-round. They have the camps in the summer, they're going to school, they're visiting schools together, they are recruited together, and really when they come out here, they're not strangers. They've played against each other, they know each other, and it's really just like a camp for these kids. They really enjoy themselves.
Well, you know, Taylor, it's always nice to have you at halftime. We've done this for the last couple of years. It's an exciting time for both you and I in Chicago Sun-Times, as well as the Suburban football coaches, and I'm very happy for you to join us at halftime here. And we'll be back with Bill Berg and Otis Wilson right after this.
Let's take a look at some highlights. Kirstenaw calling signals.
We're going to see this excellent draw to his teammate, Kevin Garnett. Just a fake draw and then the screen, and there's Garnett right there. Watch the downfield blocking. Great job here.
Great balance by Garnett to get outside.
Gets down the sideline. Watch Bob Hansen coming to the screen here. Great angle, great effort right there. Bob Hansen, nice tackle.
No score at this point. Now it's the Rory Lee show from this point on.
Option play. Pitches the ball. Great block downfield. But watch the feet. Watch the cutback.
Yep.
34 touchdowns during the regular year, and that's one of the reasons why. Great quickness in those feet.
And he has both of them tonight. Rushed for over 2,100 yards last season. Now Brett Newbrough. He had a 49-yard field goal in this ball game to make it 9-0, and here it is.
You know, Bill, this had a lot of room. It could have went quite a bit further than 49 yards, and he's done it. He had one of 51 earlier in this senior year.
So that made it 9-0. And then with 1:47 remaining in the first half, Rory Lee once again, this time 23 yards for his second touchdown of the night. Look at him here.
Little trap draw, but there again is those great feet, and he is not to be denied. He makes a living going into that end zone.
And that's it. So 15-0 at halftime. Coming up the second half of play when we come back after this break on Sports Channel. Second half play. Let's go to the sidelines to Otis Wilson. He's down there with Grant Blaney. Otis.
Hi, Coach Blaney. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you for being nominated in the Coaches Hall of Fame. And I know that's one bright note, but the other note is you guys kind of started off real well and kind of fell behind. What's your feelings about it?
Well, I think, first half, no question about it, that the South has really outplayed us. Been in the right places defensively and made some things happen defensively, and offensively, they've got a couple of little backs that, broke some tackles and got it in the end zone. So we've got our hands full the second half, being realistic. But we got a good group of kids. I don't be surprised if we don't come back and make a pretty good game of this in the second half.
Well, Coach, good luck to you, and I hope everything works out for you.
Thanks, Otis. Thank you very much.
Bill, back to you and Jack.
All right, thank you very much, Otis. And Newbro is going to kick off.
They got a stacked position out there with Simmons and Mario McDonald. Kind of interesting. They're trying to hide Mario, so the kicker. And don't think that they haven't talked about this, you know, about don't kick it to Mario. So they're splitting it right now.
Mario standing behind him, the run-up and the boot. And McDonald gets it at the 5, 10, at the 15, goes to the far side, 20, 25, across the 25, fumbles the football, and there is a race to see who gets to it.
South has the ball.
Go for the kill, offense! Go for the kill!
It's a big break early.
On that football for the South, I believe, was the kicker, Newbro.
Newbro and Ostrowski from Joliet Catholic. Here's Mario. He's trying to lead him inside, hoping the outside contained people will collapse, and then he'd break it outside. You see he's got the ball in the wrong arm. That's not a baton, Mario. Now he makes the switch, and while he's trying to switch the ball, he fumbles it. And now we have the mad scramble.
Ball rolling loose.
And that was Newbro. You're right, Bill.
Newbro who got to that football. All right, like you said, Jack, big break for the South. They lead it. You get the football here in the opening seconds. On the fumble kickoff. Here's the fumble in the backfield. They almost coughed it up right there. They almost gave the football right back.
Bill Cabana came up mid-play. They tried to pitch the ball to Garrett Sample, number 35.
Sample fumbling the ball.
See the option play there to fake to the fullback. And there's the pitch right there. And I think Garrett was taking his eye off the ball, looking upfield. And right there is not a good way to recover the football. He better get down on it, or he is going to get a good shot in the back.
Loss of 4, second down, and 14 yards to go. Ball sitting on the 28-yard line. Just outside the 28. And going down for the count is Todd Firstenoff.
Big Doyle Cockrell of Evanston, number 78, headed for Minnesota, making the tackle.
Future Minnesota Golden Gopher getting right on top of the play there to make the sack. So, after getting off to what could be a disastrous beginning here in the third quarter, the defense of the North, following that fumble of the kickoff, the defense is now rising to the occasion and pushing the South back to the point where they are back at the 34-yard line facing a 3rd and 19 situation.
Here's Doyle Cockrell, big gopher, as you said, 6'4", 250 pounds. That's a lot of gopher.
Firstenoff with a man in motion off to the right. That's Copus. Firstenoff wants to throw, steps up in the pocket, rolling a little left, throwing deep. He's got him open. Oh, incomplete. He was trying to go to the man who was in motion, Dustin Copus of Marmion.
Bob Hansen, number 20. Again, Bob has been very active in that secondary from Palatine, coached by Joe Patrica.
So, the ball again at the 34-yard line. And you have to think we got a field goal try coming up from Newbro. 4th down, 19 yards to go. You would think that that would be the scenario. Let's see.
Clock is running,
Yep, that's going to be it. Firstenoff will hold. The ball will be spotted down at the 42-yard line. This would be a 52-yard field goal attempt.
Now
he
he's
hit one from 49 earlier, like you said, 51 last year.
But he's also hit distance high snap.
A fake. Was that a legitimate fake or not? The pass is fumbled, caught and fumbled. If they ruled a completion, it looked like he had it and took a step and then coughed it up. That, I think, is going to hold up, and the North will get the football at the point where it was fumbled.
Again, big 78, Doyle Cockrell from Evanston.
What do you think, Jack? Look at this. Design play or just
No,
bad
that's
snap?
just a bad snap. And normally what you do is the quarterback starts yelling, help, help, and that wingback, he goes out in the flat and that tight end doesn't curl, and you start to look. You start hearing help, help. You know it's a bad snap, and you go out and try and make something happen.
So it's at the 36-yard line. And the South getting off to, or the North, I should say, getting off to a very shaky start, gets new life. Sarasani to McDonald. McDonald far side 40. 42-yard line and pushed back at that point. Mario McDonald with a carry over the right side.
you know, these linebackers, during the regular season, Mario McDonald with that great speed, but he didn't play against this kind of competition. And these linebackers and these defensive linemen, even though they're huge, can really move. And of course, that time he ran to the left side, which is to the side where big number 88, Bryant Young is from Bloom, who's headed for Notre Dame, and he's a tough one to get around.
Picked up just shy of 5 yards, caught it second down and a long 5, and from the shotgun. Sarasani looking, getting time, now steps up in the pocket, decides he'll take off across the 40, across the 45, and down near the midfield stripe for the first down goes Tom Sarasani out of Schaumburg. Well, Tom Sarasani took off earlier in the first half and hurdled his way for a first down, and he scrambles for another one here right at the midfield stripe.
Shotgun, high snap. When they go into the shotgun, the linebackers are dropping further off, and the secondary is really dropping, so he has nowhere to go. And you can see right here, he shows some good footwork. He gets around Young there, and Brian Weedoff and Booker come up to make the tackle. And I tell you what, Tom does not want to run too often against those people because they are going to nail him.
Gets it up just shy of the 50-yard line, 10 yards on the play, and a first down, of course. Handoff goes to Simmons. And Simmons across the 45-yard line down to about the 42. Let's go, before we get back in the huddle, across the field to Otis Wilson.
I'm standing here with Doyle Cockrell, and I tell you, just had a sack and a fumble recovery. What are they doing out there differently this half?
We just, you know, we talked to the guys at the halftime. We told them, we said, guys, we got to pull it together.
It seemed like the intensity level has risen a little bit. Are you kind of firing, being to the captain? Do you have the job of firing these guys up here?
I try to. Like I said, it's an all-star game, and everybody's pretty much the best on the team. So everybody's kind of just coming out here, and they got enough in themselves to try to be the best out here.
Well, I hope you guys come back and make it a game, man, and good luck to you. Jack, Bill, back to you guys.
On second down, thank you, Otis. In need of a first down, in need of a couple of yards, Jeremy McGee out of Woodstock got the call. He went right over right guard and did not quite get the first down. It'll be third down and about 1. Third and about 1.
Kind of interesting, taking a look at that high school senior standing next to an all-pro linebacker. Interesting the kind of size that we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
Doyle Cockrell now, he's just a high school boy, 17 or 18. And there's Otis Wilson, and he almost dwarfed Otis.
Wait till somebody starts to feed the young man.
He's been leaving on the diet for the last 3 weeks.
Boggles the mind. Quarterback sneak straight ahead. Sarasani went right over his center and right guard. And he gets the first down. Yannel and Dunn pushing straight ahead, and Tom Sarasani wedging right in between them for the first down.
Let's take a look at the difference in the penetration by the offensive line of the North. You can see the surge right there. And as Doyle Cockrell said in his interview with Otis Wilson, they're a little more excited now. They're a little fired up. We're talking about pride right now. These kids are starting to realize that they've got another quarter and a half to start doing something.
North with a first down on the 39-yard line of the South, and the handoff goes to Simmons. Try on the right side, gets a yard or two, spins back, dives forward to try to get that extra half yard or so. It'll be second down and about 8.5 yards to go. Did not get very much.
It's really interesting to watch the sideline and watch these kids together in a huddle after only 9 days. The camaraderie that has been brought into this team concept, even though they're individuals of a sort, they've come together in 9 days, and they're really happy when the other person does well in their particular team. It's kind of it's a really nice feeling to see high school kids come together as a cohesive unit like this.
Exactly. You can certainly detect that at the practice you attended the other night. All right, Sarasani wants to throw, and Sarasani is going down.
Holisek from Marion Catholic. Big play.
Johnny Holisek, who will be a member of the Fighting Illini next year. Making the sack back at midfield. And watch him break through and get the job done.
Now watch him. He's a high school senior. Same position as Otis Wilson played. 6'2", 225-pounder. He gets right in Sarasani's face and introduces himself.
They say the forward progress was stopped back at the 46. It will be third down and 17 yards to go following the sack. And with 5:26 remaining in the third quarter, the North has elected to take a timeout. And we'll take a timeout as well. With 5:26 to go, third quarter of play from North Central, it remains 15-0 in favor of the South as we break away right here on Sports Channel. Stay tuned to Sports Channel following our game for White Sox Weekly. Then it's Sports Nightly live. And at 10:30, it's the Sports Writers on TV. So tonight, keep your TV tuned to Sports Channel. Bill Berg and Jack McInerney and Otis Wilson thanking you for joining us for this 7th in a series of All-Star Classics. The North Suburban All-Stars against the South from North Central College here in Naperville. Third down, 17 yards to go for the North squad, trailing the South 15-0 with 5:26 to go in this third quarter.
Shotgun formation here, Bill.
Sarasani looking, throwing deep.
He's
Up
got
the
him.
right side, he's got his man. Touchdown.
Glad to see that. I'm not a fan. I'm excited for either team, but I want to see those kids get back in the ballgame. Great throw, and who is it to? Mario McDonald.
Mario McDonald, 46-yard touchdown pass, makes it 15-6.
And the fans sitting down here like, what happened here? That went so fast. I mean, we have the ability for the replay. And again, you know, he put the afterburners on. He's at the top of the screen there. Sears signing the shotgun, which gives him more time while McDonald is getting down the field.
Nice.
Now notice how it goes. See that smoke there? That's coming from McDonald. He had those afterburners on, and there he goes into the end zone.
All right, Sarasani to Mario McDonald, 46 yards, and it is 15-6. And keep in mind, you can get that football right back.
They'll get it right back
They'll get it
again
right
because
back
they're down by
because they're
10
down.
points.
A rule put into play for this kind of all-star competition to try to spice it up a little bit, keep it a little even. It's a good idea. Let's go to Otis for a moment. He has Mario on the sideline. Go ahead, Otis.
Hi, I'm here with Mario McDonald. They just hit a home run. How you feel about it?
Setting it up all week, so I'm glad it finally worked.
Well, I tell you, from watching the sideline view, it looked like he threw to you a few times. It was either too long or too short. Finally, he put it on the mark. How do you feel?
Good. I told him to throw it a little bit sooner, and he did it, and it was right on the money, so I feel real good.
Well, you're using that track speed, I think, 'cause I understand you're an excellent track man.
Yeah, had to. They usually put 2 men on me, but that time they single cover, so we did it.
Well, good luck to you then. Back to you, Bill and Jack.
All right, let's look at it again.
He's laying it out because he's got a man that can run under the football. And this is the way to do it. If he tries to drill it, he's not playing in Mario's hands. He lays it up and lets it hang and let him run underneath it. And that was an excellent athletic catch as he turned away because he was getting bumped going down the field. And there's an excited young Mario McDonald, who, by the way, Bill, is going to run tomorrow in the Keebler Invitational in track. Now, are you going to run tomorrow in the Keebler?
No, I might run in my neighborhood about 3 or 4 miles, but thank you, no.
It shows what kind of an athlete
Yeah, that's
he is,
amazing.
and the stamina.
After tonight, come back and run in competition tonight. A fumbled or partially fumbled snap from center. The throw into the end zone. They do not get the 2-point conversion. Gave it the good try. Tried to throw it into the end zone intended for Greg Weber, a Belgian. Couldn't quite hang on to it.
This is a gimmick play here. They actually put the ball on the ground in some respect to make it look like a fake, and you can see how wide open he is.
He's so far away. You, of course, would know that as a coach because you teach that kind of thing. I, on the other hand, was looking at that from so far away, it looked like, as I started to say, maybe a partially fumbled football, but that's by design.
There are plays like that where they actually bounce it on the ground, and what that does, it gets the defensive secondary think the ball is a fumble, and they start reacting to come in just all as receivers going out too, and there's your extra point.
Well, it was a nice thought. Didn't come to fruition, so it remains 15-6. And now the North going to kick that football away. Taking it about the 18, 30-yard line. And that's it. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 30. First down, 10 yards to go at the 30-yard line for the South.
There's little Garrett Sample from Downers Grove North, coached by Pete Ventrilli, number 35.
Now, why did the North kick off there? What am I missing here?
Well, because the term option is in there, and I don't think the coaches, you know, it's a one-time shot, weren't thinking about it. Of course, I'm up here going, I'm trying to give the official to receive it, and
handoff to Rory Lee. I was surprised. I thought, am I missing something
no,
here? We just got through talking about it, but I don't think want the football right back.
The officials aren't responsible to tell them that, and they probably, since they had received initially and then drove, they was kind of a lapse, since, you know, it's a one-time deal for them. They weren't even thinking about that, and it's too late now to do it over again.
That's kind of an important thing to think about. Well, pickup of 1, 2nd down, and 9 yards to go. Radkowski, the quarterback. Gives to his deep back. Fumbles football. It is loose, and it is going to belong to the North, I believe.
Jack Hendershot from Libertyville, number 21, picked that fumble up, and it is for the North. Let's take a look at it. It's a little trap play. See Rutkowski, watch the guard come right in your screen, Gallagher of York. And right here, he's trying to shift the ball, and right there he gets a shot. Helmet right across the ball. You see him torn down right there, and it's Doyle Cockrell again.
Rory Lee has popped very hard. And right there, Hendershot to pick up the football. So while they didn't elect to receive, look where they are right now.
Matt Simmons at tailback.
At the 30-yard line. Handoff. That went to Jeremy McGee, I believe. Let's go across the field, Otis, for a moment. Otis?
Hi, I'm here with Todd Thurston, Naperville guy, hometown guy. You guys started off real well at 15-0. Now they came back the second half. What are you doing differently?
I don't know if there's anything that we're doing differently. I think it's just what they might be doing a little bit better to clean up what they've been doing wrong and their mistakes. And, you know, we may have been coming out and slacking off, sitting on our lead instead of going out after them like we're going to have to now. You know, only up 15-6 now, and they got the ball on about our 30-yard line. We have to come back and get them and put the ball in the end zone.
Well, let's hope that you guys can buckle down and get another score and not let them turn this ball game around.
Yeah, if we do that, we're going to have to do it quick, too, because it looks like they're on the charge, and we'll need a big stop out of our defense. That's what will help us out the most if they can do that.
Thank you, Todd. And back to you, Bill and Jack. Thank you.
All right, Otis. On first down, Jeremy McGee had picked up 3 to make it 2nd and 7, and on that play, just ended moments ago, going to the 25-yard line was Matt Simmons. So he got 1. 3rd down and 6 yards to go for the North, trying to go for the equalizer here following the fumble recovery. It's 15-6 with 2.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. From the shotgun, Sarasani. Sarasani firing up the right side. It is incomplete.
That was excellent coverage there by Newton from Richards High School. He had McDonald again coming out on him. But John Newton, who was described as one of the better defensive backs in the state of Illinois, and he had a great game in the state championship game that Richards won over the Thanksgiving weekend in that 4 Class A championship.
Now let's see what the North elects to do here on 4th down. 6 yards to go for the first down. Do you just go for that first down, or do you try to pick up 3 on a field goal?
Well, they also, the North has some excellent kickers, and I'm sure, you know, they've got a staff over there of 6 of the finest coaches in the state of Illinois, and you know, is it a unanimous decision? Who knows? I mean, that could be one of the tougher things there. You're dealing with 6 excellent coaches, 3 in a Hall of Fame. I guess it's the last guy that looks out of the field.
Wait a second, we had an offensive holding call on that play, so that perhaps makes it academic.
That makes the decision for him.
Yeah, that makes the decision for him exactly as they march it back to the 39-yard line because of that holding call. So that makes it now 3rd down again, 16 yards to go. So we'll replay the down. They had 3rd and 6.
Watch the draw.
March off 10. Play action. Rolling right, Sarasani.
Tight end.
Sarasani throwing. And
picked
it is
off.
picked off. 30-yard line. Coming across field. And down at that point.
It's Newton, number 80, John Newton of Richards, 5'11", 187-pounder, headed for Northwestern.
Johnny Newton, 5'11", 187-pounder, making that interception. And that will momentarily at least snuff out the efforts and the aspirations of the North as they try to get back in the ball game and
you can see the deflection
get that
right
equalizing
there.
touchdown. Yeah.
He stayed right in bounds, and he's cutting back right here. Nice job of running for a defensive back, but he's an outstanding athlete. Gary Cohorn had told me that he was one of the finest defensive backs that he's coached in the last 30 years. And he has coached some great ones because we've had most of them in the game these last 7 years.
So the South goes back on offense from the 30-yard line.
Doyle Cockrell again.
Boy, he's ever present out there, isn't he?
He is, in the coach's term, a real horse.
The running play gets only a yard or 2. Let's go back crossfield to Otis.
Hi, I'm here with John Newton. John looked like he was sitting back there deep. They made a try at it, and you just picked it off.
It's a typical play. I just saw it in the air and just went for it as best I could. Luckily, the ball went my way. I just picked it up and did what I could.
Well, you know, they made a go at it, but, you know, your defense has been playing well and held them off.
Yeah, well, I made a big mistake back there myself, and I'm just trying to make up for it best I can the rest of the game right now.
Well, you did well. Thank you, baby. Back to you, Bill and Jack.
First and all, airing it out, a fly pattern up the right side, a one-on-one situation. Junta going step for step with the defensive back.
It was Bill Verbanek from Maine
right.
South, who is an excellent quarterback. But again, we mentioned that earlier in the first half that we have such outstanding athletes that they're able to play both sides of the ball. Now, if one of these quarterbacks, Bosman or Sirasani, were to go down, Verbanek would be brought over. So we always have a 3rd and sometimes a 4th quarterback on the ball club.
3rd down and 9 yards to go. And Rutkowski back in there, setting him down. Man in motion is Kopis. Rutkowski rolling left, firing, and completing the pass. He hit his fullback, Alan Bruckner.
That's a tough play. He's running. He's a right-handed quarterback running to his left. He's under pressure from behind, and he's still got to turn his shoulder to get it upfield. You can see right there, he got a little bang in the knee. He's got Kopis in motion. He stumbles here, and that's where I think he might have hurt his knee. Watch him turn his shoulders upfield here. Excellent throw. Gets the ball out there to number 25, Kopis from Marmion.
Not enough for the first down. 4th down, 3 yards to go. So that means a kicking situation.
I think Rutkowski right there, as we look down on the field at him, the trainers, we have some excellent trainers here. For the South team, we're looking at Jeff Dooley and Chuck Marth, and for the North, we have John Canfield and Mike Duhigh do a fine job for these athletes.
Rory Lee punting. Not the best punt, but it got a good roll as it started to roll from the 35 to the 30 and inside the 30-yard line with good coverage downfield. It ends up being a pretty good punt after all as it comes to rest at the 29-yard line. And that's where the South, or excuse me, the North, will put it in play. 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line, trailing in the ball game 15-6 with 1:04 remaining in this 3rd quarter.
There's a good shot of Chuck Marth working on Rutkowski's shoulder. Probably got a jam there when he got that pressure running to that side, but he looks like he's okay. He's from good stock. His dad's an outstanding football coach.
Joel Bossman in there at quarterback again now. Bossman out of Woodstock. Gives the handoff to McDonald. McDonald outside the right side across the 40, the 45. And finally brought down. A very explosive run once again by Mario McDonald.
He's starting to get warmed up here. He was just stretching in that first half.
Mario McDonald getting the first down and considerably more as he moves from the 29-yard line to, let's see, just across the 45. They spotted at the 46.
Good shot there, number 55 from Joliet Catholic, an outstanding football player who has led his team for the last couple of years. Steve Ostrowski, 6'1", 220-pounder, headed for Northwestern.
Yep.
And this is the last time a Joliet Catholic player will be playing, because next year they merge with St. Francis.
17-yard run for Mario McDonald. This time the call is Matt Simmons. And Simmons does a little stutter step to the right, sidesteps one tackle, but couldn't divert the second and third, and is brought down after a pickup of about a yard.
Having some trouble up front there. Garish at center and Maselli at guards with Jerusalem. They're playing against some big people, and it's very difficult for them to move those people out after only 9 days of practice. And there goes the end of that third quarter, Bill.
Yep, that'll be it. The final play for the third quarter, that is it. And after 3, the score, the South All-Stars 15 and the North All-Stars 6 as we break on Sports Channel. As we start the fourth quarter of play, the South All-Stars leading the North 15-6, and Rutkowski has been undergoing some treatment. John Rutkowski of Richards, having been banged up in the last sequence of plays that he was involved in. Saw him right there. Here's the handoff, 50, 45-yard line, 40-yard line. Mario McDonald is pushed out of bounds around the 40-yard line on the far side, maybe a little shy of there. Indicating now he may have stepped out more at about the 42 or 43. But like you pointed out, Jack, he is really revving up in this second half.
Well, it doesn't take long for a guy like that. You know, he has to make that adjustment from a football and a baton. One's a little heavier than the other. And once he gets that concept of balance, look out.
Well, he got 17 yards his last carry. He picked up 12 there. It's a 1st and 10. The ball's on the 43-yard line of the North, of the South, I should say. 43-yard line of the South. The North trying to get back in this thing, down 15-6.
There's McGee with a big first down run on a trap.
McGee to the far side, indeed. Jeremy McGee from Woodstock.
He bounced outside the trap block and dipped it to the outside and picked up a first down. Nice job by McGee. He had some great stats, and of course he teamed up with Bossman all through the season.
Rushed for over 1,500 yards and scored 24 touchdowns in his senior year.
You'll see the trap right there, and he bounces right outside that trap and gets on that corner and picks up the first down. A nice job of running.
Well, this drive started back at their own 29-yard line. They are now down to the 31-yard line of the South with a 1st and 10. Opening minute of play, fourth quarter. And the North trying to get the equalizer as they are down 15-6. Dive straight ahead, Matt Simmons.
It's interesting to see Holisek, number 45, come screaming from the outside linebacker position, almost made that play. But we should get a little credit in this drive here, Bill, that these offensive linemen are doing such a nice job. Number 62, O'Dwyer, and Basic, number 68 at right guard. The center now is number 64, Yanel, and Korinsky from St. Charles, number 79, and Maselli, number 55 from Aurora West. They're doing a great job moving the ball here against that big, tough defensive line of the South.
Pickup of 3 by Simmons, 2nd down, 7 yards to go. The pitch to the deep back. McDonald on the far side. Finally contained. We've got a flag down. Let's see what that's going to be about.
We get a little extracurriculars going on sometimes down there. These kids get awful excited, and they're get a little extra hit in there at the last minute. I'm sure that's what Tom Quinn is going to tell us right now.
Yeah, we're going to get a personal foul.
And, you know, the North doesn't need that momentum right now because the South is giving them some help here. And, of course, here's that run right here. Let's see if we can pick up where it happens. Nice job. Just tripped up or he's gone. You can see the coach's reaction in the background right there, number 22. Some little introducing themselves.
So that will put the South All-Stars in a little more of a hole.
But, you know, this is an excellent job, Bill, by these officials to keep the game under control by doing this. And, of course, we've got one of the top crews in the suburban area, obviously, doing the game.
Got to do it. Ball is now down to the 12-yard line.
And there's those gentlemen we were talking about before that are doing such a fine job in this fourth quarter for the North Ball Club.
First and 10 at the 12. Handoff goes to the deep back. That's Matt Simmons. He tries the right side of the line, picks up a couple down to about the 10-yard line. And we'll get some fresh troops on defense. Numbers 50, 52, and 68 coming in for the South. Donnelly coming in. McClinton coming in. Robin Smith coming in.
When they go to this situation, Bill, this is their goal line group.
Yeah.
And they get some of the, you know, you heard that comment, where's the beef? Well, it just came out.
It just came on the field. Pickup of 2, as we indicated. Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball at the 10-yard line for the North, trailing 15-6 here in the fourth quarter. Pitch goes to McDonald. He couldn't contain it. Falls on the football. Boy, the South almost got that football away and killed the drive right there.
Nice play by Sean Rundell of Naperville North. That was not a good pitch by Sirasani. Got it underneath him, and McDonald had to stop in full stride trying to come back for the football.
So they lost a couple of yards that they had earlier gained. It's back to the 12-yard line again.
They need to
back
score.
at the 17, I beg your pardon.
They need to score in this drive while they're down here one way or another.
From the 17.
Bootleg pass.
Bosman coming this way. Lets it fly to the far side, and it ends up for naught.
Mark, where's Mark?
Oh, I tell you. That was read out of a page from Fran Tarkenton's book.
It really was.
That was, I saw it was deja vu. I saw Tarkenton all over again. He ran a block and a half to the right and a block and a half back.
For an incompletion.
Yeah, for an incompletion. How much you rushed for tonight? I don't know, but I ran about 8 miles. Fourth down, 14 yards to go.
This is where they're going to come back and pick up those 3 points that they have to match up.
Burbancik's going to try to get the field goal. Bill Burbancik from Maine South. Kick is up.
Barely.
Oh, it made it. He made it.
We've got a ball game.
Got it through. All right. So that makes it 15-9 with 9:14 remaining in this ball game. And let's go across here to Otis and see what's on his mind. Otis, all yours.
Hi, I'm here with Joe Bosman. Joe, you guys put together an excellent drive. You didn't get 7, but you did get something out of it. You got 3.
Yeah, we really needed that drive to get back in this ball game, and our offensive line's starting to take control, so I think we should take this one at the end, I hope.
Well, your guys definitely, from my point of view on the sideline, your intensity level has risen, I bet, about 10 notches.
Yeah, well, you know, we didn't have any points at the end of the half, and that made us pretty mad, so I think now we got the intensity we need to pull this one off.
Well, I think you guys making the game of it. Thank you very much, and good luck to you. Jack, back to you and Bill.
All right, thank you, Otis. Let's see the field goal again. The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is right there.
You know, this is one of the tougher parts of an all-star game. You got 3 areas coming. Let me get that. Ooh, right into the living room. You have number 89, Greg Weber of Elgin holding, and that's tough to bring that timing down.
And on the kickoff, looks like they're playing rugby at the 30-yard line. Look at that pileup. 34-yard field goal, by the way, for Bill Burbancik to make it 15-9. 9:06 remaining in the ball game. And let's see when they unpile this thing, where they're going to spot the football exactly. Going to put it right on the 30-yard line, I do believe.
Again, during this time, I'd like to give our appreciation to Paul Connor, the head football coach at North Central College, who's been so very cooperative in making this game come to be the success that it has been, and we thank him and North Central College for being such a fine host for us.
Man in motion. Josh. First and all, back to throw. First and all, looking. Fires, completes at the 31-yard line, and the play is dropped at that point. The pass went to Kevin Garnett, who was hit immediately.
Like Enoch Jones, and on that play were Carl Talon from Elgin Larkin.
Second down, 9 yards to go, pickup of 1.
This will be an interesting possession here for the South, because the North is trying. They've been moving the ball. They've been getting a little confidence. The South better do something here, because if they have to punt, look out.
Again, now, why didn't the North elect to take that football back again? First and all, rolling to the far side. Pass is picked off.
Jack Hendershot from Libertyville. I believe that was Jack, number 21. That's his second interception tonight. You can see the excitement on the sidelines of the North football team there and their coaches.
Well, both times we've started to talk about why maybe they did not elect to get the football back, and the defensive units on both occasions have risen to the occasion and gotten the football right back.
It's a bootleg pass coming back, and First and All throws the ball right here, and you can see it was slightly deflected as it came into his hands. And there's 21.
Yep.
Jack Hendershot from Libertyville, 6'3", 190-pounder, heading for Indiana State.
So that ball is sitting at the 46-yard line of the South. And the North driving for what could be the go-ahead touchdown.
7:42. It's building up into last year's scenario, Bill.
Pick up of 4. Second down, 6 yards to go.
Be interested to see what's going through Tom Sirasani's mind now. You heard that there's got a pass going into the flat.
It's got a slot on the right side. Sirasani
right there.
And it is caught and down at the 30-yard line.
Mike Callis, number 20.
Mike Callis, right out of Main South.
Just call that play there.
Coach, what did you call it?
Split trips with split end coming in on a slant.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Come on, D, come on, D.
Love these linebackers who get in and say, what's your play? What's your play? So I can dump somebody. He wish he could have done that during his playing career.
Get in there. Yeah. Listen to what's coming out.
Get in there. Pitch to the deep back. This is Simmons. Simmons tries the left side.
Nice play by number 17, Grindell from Naperville North, coached by Larry McEwen. Nice job there. That 6'1", 192-pounder heading down to Eastern Illinois.
Picked up a couple of yards. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Second down, 8 yards to go from the 28 for the North. If they get the touchdown, they tie it. A conversion would give them the lead for the first time tonight.
Clock's running, becoming a factor at 6:20.
Yep. To the deep back, straight ahead. Driving, Simmons pushed back. He might have got a yard with his forward progress before they shoved him back to the 30. Not much more.
You know, it's interesting that they're really trying to attack inside the ends of that South team. Now, it could be just a setup to start drawing those linebackers in so they can throw those curl routes. If they keep them in tight, they can run the curls just on over the top of them. And, of course, Tom Sirasani likes to throw the ball.
Not quite a 2-yard pickup. Ball just outside the 26-yard line. Third down and a long 6. Clock continuing to run as we near 5.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Sirasani rolling to the right. Looking, he'll tuck it in and keep it himself across the 20, down near the 17-yard line. Tom Sirasani out of Schaumburg.
Again, he was looking for McDonald in the end zone, but he got kind of scrambled out of there. Let's watch Sirasani right here. He's looking for McDonald, but they're doing a nice job of covering him. You can see number 80, Newton, won't let him turn that corner. And then, of course, McClinton from Andrew comes up, makes the big play there on that tackle. Number 52, Mark McClinton from Andrew.
Well, he's really showing me something tonight, the way he can run. During the season, not only did he pass for over 1,500 yards, but he rushed for 507 yards and 10 touchdowns. And tonight, he has rushed for 3 first downs. 1st and 10 right now. Oh! That went absolutely nowhere.
There was Mark McClinton again from Andrew.
Mark McClinton.
6'3", 220 pounds, and he is going to Northern Illinois University.
Oh, the Huskies are going to love that.
Well, I was with Jerry Pettibone last night. He was the guest speaker at our clinic. You can see right over the center right there, McClinton. Let's take a good look at him. He gets rid of the center and comes right up on Simmons. Great player. And Jerry Pettibone was so excited last night to have him coming to Northern Illinois University. You can see right there, he's fired up.
Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11 from the 18. The pitch to McDonald. McDonald at the 15. McDonald inside the 15-yard line as white shirt after white shirt hits him, trying to slow him down and knock him down. They'll spot the football at about the 13-yard line.
It's really interesting to see the great pursuit of the defense in both teams, how well they cover that perimeter. They have great angles, and of course that has a lot to do with the great coaching they've had over their careers.
Give McDonald 5. 3rd down, 6 yards to go, 3:50 remaining. The North trying to get the equalizer right here. Sarasani rolling right. Sarasani keeping 10-yard line. Sarasani at the 5-yard line and down. He's got the first down. It will be 1st and goal to go at the 5-yard line of the South for the North squad.
We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. There's the offensive line surge. The fake by Sarasani. He's rolling the perimeter. He's just tucking away. He wants to get that first down right here. Watch him cut back. And he gets a shot for Marcus Walker, but he picks up that first down, and we're looking at 3:35 and counting.
It's a tough runner. And we got a timeout on the field right now. 3:35 remaining. Don't go away. That ball is on the 5. 1st and goal to go. A touchdown would tie it. It's 15-9 South right now as we break on Sports Trend. Let's briefly go to Otis Wilson. Otis?
Okay, one second. I'm going to grab the coach here real quick. Coach?
Like driving the sled, you're going up and over. We got a heck of a tailback here in Simmons. We told him we want him to score. Lyman got to move those guys backwards.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Guard left tackle. See if we get the surge.
All right, let's see if they go with it.
Quarterback sneak.
Quarterback sneak.
I think he got a snap that he wasn't expecting there.
Yeah, because they were talking about Simmons. Up and over. All right, well, the quarterback, Sarasani, made the best of a bad situation, if indeed that was an errant snap. He got inside the 5, got down to the 3.
Well, there's his dad. You can hear his dad calling out Tommy. He wants to know why he did that, and the dad is, I'm sure, telling him, give it to Simmons. Give it to Simmons. He's 205 pounds, and he's got a 6-yard run at him. See, that's the difference.
Let's see. They spot that ball actually now at the 2. He picked up 3. It's just from this vantage point, it looks like a hair shy of the 2-yard line.
Interesting point here. Bossman now has come in at quarterback.
Behind Michelli at right guard. I got it.
Okay, here we go.
Get over here. That's okay.
Changing quarterbacks.
The tailback Simmons, he gets the call, he drives, and
Fumble.
Did he get in or not? There's a fumble. Now.
Ooh, this would be interesting.
Oh, this is really something. Did he break the plane to the goal line? Perhaps no indication of that. Did he in fact fumble and lose it? That may be the case. Let's see what we've got.
Bad talking Simmons.
Put the McDonald in a wing on the right. Tell Simmons to go to the wing. No, we'll go this way.
Looks like they kicked the football.
Hey!
Okay, if it was fumbled, they got it back.
You can see Coach there trying to, in this kind of a game, you're trying to make a decision with personnel. Who have I got in there? Who's been the strongest lineman? Who do we want to run over? Who's been doing a good job running back? And I think it's going to be Simmons getting the football here.
3rd down, goal to go from the 1. The up back is McGee. The tailback is Simmons. The quarterback sneak is in effect, and did he get in the end zone? Touchdown.
Should I talk to the court?
Quarterback got in, Sarasani.
Coach, that was a heck of a drive you put together. You finally scored.
These kids work hard. You know what? They're faster than we are. But I'll tell you what, I think we're better drive blockers. We become a football team. You know, you look here in the sideline, we're a football team. I'm proud of these kids.
There's no doubt about it. The second half, the momentum was definitely in your favor. Are you going to do anything defensively now?
Got to talk to Coach Blaney. I don't have nothing to do with the defense.
Okay, thank you, Coach. I know you're excited. You want to congratulate you guys. Thank you. Back to you, Bill and Jack.
With 1:53 remaining in the ball game, Otis, we are tied at 15. Sarasani sneaking in from a yard out.
Big snap here, big hold, high snap.
Kick on its way, and he got it. He got it. The extra point by Bill Verbeek is good, and it's a 16-15 lead. The North with the lead for the first time tonight. Let's go back to Otis with the kicker.
All right, I'll talk to you real quick. Bill, the decision was up to you to put y'all ahead, and you did it. How do you feel?
Great.
I tell you, you guys came back on a miraculous comeback. The momentum was yours the whole total second half. What do you think happened to the guys? What happened in the locker room?
Well, we just said we're going to start playing because we made mistakes. Our personal mistakes is what killed us.
Okay, well, thank you and good luck. Back to you, Bill and Jack.
All right.
Bill Verbeek here from Maine South going to Indiana State. He's next quarterback playing defensive back in this game. Good kick, slips a little bit with that drive foot, but gets it up there.
Well, it's been his foot, Jack, that's gotten him back in. He got the 34-yard field goal. And then he comes up with the all-important PAT right there, and it's 16-15.
Well, you know what we're looking at here now? The South doesn't have to get too far past midfield before Newbro becomes a factor in this ball game.
The clock for just a minute. The scoreboard misfired. It said 12. Now we're back to 153. That's where we belong. Okay.
But setting up the scenario here, this is a real interesting situation going back to last year's very exciting football game, which was won in the last, well, with no time on the clock. But again, what we're looking here is that will the North kick it deep to Rory Lee, or will they try and squib one inside there so he doesn't get his hands on the football?
All right, let's take a look at that last touchdown. Yeah, the quarterback sneak.
Let's take a look at the surge here of key offensive line. You can see right there, number 55, Maselli from Aurora West, driving his man back into the end zone. He's on Ostrowski there.
Raw power.
And of course, great job by the center, number 65, Garish, who drove his man back. Kurt Garish from Barrington, 245-pounder.
Tom Sarasani at 6'2" and 210, pretty good size himself for a quarterback, just pushed his way right in. And the conversion by Verbancic, good to make it 16-15, and that's where we stand right now as Verbancic prepares to kick off for the North. Line drive.
Line drive, Rory Lee.
Rory's got it at the 17, up
there,
30, 35.
There it goes,
what did I say? 50, midfield 40, down to the 30, and rolled out of bounds. Rory Lee.
He is something else.
Well, the first half was all Rory Lee. He's been very quiet in the second half after touchdowns of 17 and 23 yards, but he exploded right there.
And ironically enough, the man that made the tackle was Bill Verbanek.
Let's look at it again.
As we spoke earlier, Rory Lee, will you kick it to him? Well, he got the football. Look at those moves, and everything is going upfield. His shoulders are square to the goal line. That's what makes a great back. Now there again, there's Verbanek who just kicked the extra point, making the tackle. That's a great effort.
You called it. Right up the middle. The South trying to get it back.
Well, Garnett is a tough fullback, and they're going to pound it down in there.
Kevin Garnett gets 4. Second down, 6 yards to go with the ball at the 25-yard line.
Got some excited fans down here. It's been a great ball game.
And off this time over the right side to Garnett.
You know, I think Dave was being very conservative here because he knows he has a couple of excellent kickers.
Yeah. Make sure you don't do anything silly and lose possession of that football. Grinding it out. Getting down inside the 25, down to about the 23-yard line.
Of course, some factors, too, that we should consider. as simple as it may seem with the pro game, you know, well, kick an extra point or a field goal, it's not that way in high school football. That is not as simple as it seems.
All right, clock running, a half a minute remaining, 3rd and 5. And a fumble, boy, that could have been disaster.
They got it back, and now we'll see the field goal.
Yeah, this is it, with 23 seconds on the clock.
That was a big fumble right there. Especially when you get nothing out of it. It wasn't a fumble by contact, but it was a fumble by mechanics, and that makes a big difference.
Last year in this game, a 1-point difference. At the juncture where the field goal was kicked with no time on the clock, it ended a 2-point differential.
He's going to call a timeout.
And now call the timeout as they let the clock run down to 3 seconds. Time for one play.
And what was my interview with Taylor Bell at halftime? Can we match last year?
Yeah, same situation. Look at this. It's going to be a 1-point victory for the North, or it's going to be a 2-point victory for the South as it was last year.
Fans are starting to get up on their feet.
16-15. The South with a chance to do what they did last year. Win this ball game with a last-second field goal. The ball is on the 25-yard line. 7 yards back would be the spot. So the kick would come from the 32. That would make it a 42-yard field goal.
Now what you're going to see here is
loneliest man in the world, Newbro out there, Brent Newbro.
And he'll be even lonelier because I'm just thinking about a situation here. Timeout was called. The North might then also call a timeout to freeze him even more.
Yeah, maybe.
And hope that he'll look up into the stands and see the people standing on their feet and all the excitement, that red light on the camera, all those little things that a high schooler hasn't seen before tonight.
Well, Brent had a 49-yarder earlier in the ball game, but then he made a clutch catch to set up a field goal situation for himself a little while ago, and he was wide left. Let's see what he is now. 42-yard try with 3 seconds on the clock.
Fans are on their feet.
South with a chance to win it right here if it's good.
Oh,
snap is
snap.
Got it down.
Blocked.
Kick is blocked. Kick is blocked, and it rolls out of the end zone.
Look at that North team.
That's it. It is all over.
Finish.
The kick is blocked when a finish, Jack, is right. The North, after trailing all night long, comes from behind in the waning minutes to score the go-ahead touchdown. Actually, the touchdown that tied and the extra point that gave them the lead by Bill Verbensick. And then with 3 seconds remaining and the clock starting with the snap, 3, 2, 1, nothing. The kick blocked. Newbro's kick blocked, and it is all over. The North has come from behind to win a thriller, 16-15. What a ball game.
You know, somebody said, could you match last year's script? And I said, I don't know, but we sure did.
Unbelievable. We'll be back with some analysis and some final comments after we pause once again right here on Sports Channel. The North beating the South tonight 16-15, and let's go down on the field to Otis Wilson with a guest. Otis?
Hi, I'm here with Tom Sorsani, and Tom, that was a miraculous comeback. You guys really picked up the momentum and came back.
Yeah. You know, coming out of halftime, this is all like the All-Stars and everything, and you know, we don't want to look bad in front of everybody, that everyone's coming out to see us, so we just said, you know, we got to get some things going. And then we got that big play to Mario, and I think that just got the momentum on our side, and you know, the rest just happened.
Well, it's no doubt about it. Defensively, you guys picked up, and the defense started making some plays, and offensively, you started running and then mixing it up. Was that said in the locker room at halftime?
Yeah, we came out passing, and you know, we hit a few plays, and the protection was okay, but it kind of broke down. They kind of tightened up the defense, and then when we started running and everything, you know, kind of loosened back up, and we got back into it. You know, there's not much to say.
Well, I tell you, you did well, and I really commend you on a great game. I should say offensively, because you all play well defensively and offensively. Now your next venture is to Wisconsin. What are you looking forward to going up to Wisconsin?
Well, you know, I want to go up there and contribute the most I can next year. I think they got a #1 quarterback coming out this year. So I'll just go up there and see what I can do. You know, it's up to the coaches there. I'm just glad Rory Lee's going to Wisconsin, too.
Well, good luck, and I hope things work out for you. Bill and Jack, back to you up there.
All right, thank you, Otis. Jack, again, a tremendous event, and in all sincerity, we've kidded you a lot tonight. We've kidded back and forth. I've thoroughly enjoyed working with you, and it's much to your credit that you get these superb athletes together. You put on a great show. These kids give their all. It was evident again tonight.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that, Bill. And on behalf of the Suburban football coaches, we thank everybody, including the Core Sports Channel and Chicago Sun-Times and North Central College, for allowing this to happen. And there's so much that goes on in the background, but the main thing is to showcase these outstanding high school football players, and we want to promote the game of football in the state of Illinois.
There were so many superb performances tonight. I mean, you look right down the line. Rory Lee, of course, with his fine running, and Tom Sarasani scoring the winning touchdown on the sneak in that offensive line with its thrust to get him into the end zone. Mario McDonald, and on it goes. Bob Hansen on defense.
I was just
so
going to
well.
make a comment about that game, that tackle that Bob Hansen made. A couple key tackles, and those things come back as you look at them, and you can see a difference in the ball game. But it was an extremely well played ball game, very few penalties.
Sure.
And with the idea that it was a very aggressive game by both teams. Yeah. So, you know, the kids played extremely well, and the coaches did a great job of putting them together in 9 days.
A defensive effort. Jack Hendershot played so well, coming up with that big interception late in the game. Verbancic, of course, under pressure, making the all-important extra point that gave the North the 1-point victory. Otis, let's go back to you for a final thought on all of this.
Well, guys, I tell you, it was, to me, the way it looked down here on the field in the thick of the action, it was the South all the way the first half. They came out and they really did well. They ran the ball pretty much the way they wanted to, and they did a lot of things. They put some points on the board. But in the second half, it seemed like the North was on a mission. Those guys came back out with determined to, not go, do a good showing. And together, with just a week of practice, they really came out and did well. I thought they showed a lot of courage and a lot of poise and not losing their composure and come back and win this ball game. I really thought they did well, and I commend everybody out there because, in an all-star game like this, you really never know what's going to happen. But these young kids put a lot of effort together, and they made something good happen for each other. And I got to, give my hand to the North's defense because, hey, defense win ball games, and it proved it tonight. Bill and Jack, thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Otis. The executive producer for Sports Channel is Steve Corman. Tonight's game has been produced and directed by Tim Sutton. Remote facilities were provided by Trio Video of Chicago. Stay tuned now to Sports Channel for White Sox Weekly. Then it's Sports Channel's live sports desk, Sports Nightly. And at 10:30, we'll present the Sports Writers on TV. For Jack McInerney and Otis Wilson, I'm Bill Berg saying thank you so very much for joining us, and we say good night. Once again, the final score of the Sun-Times Suburban High School All-Star Classic, the 7th such affair, won by the North in the waning moments tonight, 16-15 over the South. The preceding has been an exclusive presentation of Sports Channel.